month before, John Borick, who was this Emmy-winning sportscaster in Philly. And in the middle of the conversation, we were just getting lit on camera, so it was like whatever. But in the middle of the conversation, I said to him, "What was your favorite part about your career?" And he said, like, very seriously, he goes, "Telling people stories. I'm a storyteller. That's what I want. I want to know what makes people tick and how they got there."
Basically, what he's saying is, because I'm running a YouTube course and telling an amazing story. All you got to do is put the amazing part in it. Everybody can tell a story, but you can't. You got to put the amazing part in there. And he's explaining what makes a story amazing and how his guest is amazing at putting the stories together and the techniques of how they putting the stories together. So let's check it out.
And I thought about that, and then I put these clips together, and I was like, stories. And then I went back to every clip that had gone viral, and if it wasn't a story, it painted a perfect visual that you could make a narrative. So then I started working in all the B-roll and stuff like that, and that was kind of it. So yeah, when we were looking at this, we're like, all right, this guy gets it. Steve Jobs said, storyteller runs the world.
Yeah. So when we first started going viral, I was a little embarrassed when I started to have to make ones up. And I felt a little bit weird about it because I was like, all the other ones, I was like proud of them. Like, this is, they think I'm cool. They think that me and my friends did was cool, you know? And it made me feel a little bit more unique, right? And I was like, I guess I had an interesting upbringing. I guess my perspective on things is interesting. But once they became fake, I started to get a little bit insecure about it because, you know, like I told you, like I was working at jiu-jitsu schools around a bunch of combat sports guys. It's a different vibe, you know? And, you know, I'm like, I'm making up stories. It comes off a little bit weird. But then my friend Meek, who I would
Meek Mill?
No, I'm gonna say that. No. Mikhail Latif. He actually fights for one championship. He fought in Singapore like a few weeks ago. But he's one of the most interesting men I've ever met. He's a world traveler. He's a professional fighter. He played kabaddi in India. He's just a very respectable man that lives at a very high level. I really respect the shit out of this guy. And he said to me, storytellers were respected throughout every generation.
Yes,
you should be proud of what you do. And I was like, it changed everything for me. And now the way we approach writing, I have so much more pride behind it. Because I'm like, this is something I should be proud of, not something that I should be a little insecure about because I'm making shit up.
Who's your influences? Like when you were growing up, were you a reader? Did you like watching documentaries or movies?
I was an athlete my whole life. Only. Like I enjoyed cartoons, Avatar: The Last Airbender, play video games, just regular stuff. But the area that I grew up in was very blue collar, just a lot of firemen, cops, union workers, and all their kids. So then our neighborhood was wild. Like it was a good neighborhood, like no crime, nothing like that. But the level of intensity of like the rivalries from high schools and stuff like that. There was 3 high schools in my area, and all of the kids that we all grew up together, we all went to different high schools. And then rivalry started. And we'd meet up and have massive group fights in the parks.
Group fights? What does that look like?
Massive. I'm talking build it up on Facebook, this kid versus this kid.
That's awesome.
Like, what? I swear, bro. And we knew who the tough kids were. And it was like, okay, we have this kid. He's a state wrestler, but this kid's the running back for this high school. It's going to be a good matchup. Let's build it up.
Yo, you guys had a fight club.
Yeah, and there would be no mismatches. It was like, you can't fight a guy like way lower.
Really?
Yeah.
So you guys had rules. That's
what I'm saying. It was respectable. There was no jumping in. There was nothing like that. But we were able to wrestle because like we respected wrestling in our community.
Did you wrestle?
I wrestled 1 year, but then I switched to jiu-jitsu because they tried to make me cut weight, but I wanted to play football, so I didn't want to cut weight.
Gotcha.
So when you're fighting, it's all go though. You can use all limbs.
We all loved the UFC,
right?
So we all knew. So
if you tapped out, that's it. Fight's over.
Respect.
Really?
No, there wasn't that many submissions because there's a lot of wrestlers, and obviously we were younger. It was like early high school. We all became like once that phase passed, all friends again. No issues. We're like, that was sick, right? That was like, it was just all camaraderie. It's just, that's what you do there.
Yeah.
So it was just sports. And then obviously being around hordes of other guys. So you just get good at communicating, like performing in front of 15 dudes and just like talking and building personality. And then, jiu-jitsu gyms. I was like the dude that like when you walk in, I'm like, what's up? I'm there every day.
Yeah.
So I'm dealing with 100 men and how to like create a community and talk to men and build an environment and teach them this is how we act here. And then I perform for them pretty much when they come in. I'm putting whatever we're watching on the TV. I'm introducing this guy to this guy. These are 2 new members. I have to make them feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
I do.
I just got good at communicating with people.
Got it. So it's almost like your was a stage ahead of time in a way.
Yeah, I did some sales too.
You did?
Yeah, here and there. After high school, I knew I didn't go D1 in any sports, so I was like, I'm good. I don't want to go play football. I'm not going to go play football in a cornfield. I don't care. So I saved up $2,000 at Steak and Shake, and I moved to California, and I just lived in communes and hostels for 2 years right after high school.
Oh, you know what you did, John? Did you see this video? The party I wish I never went to, or whatever.
No.
Did I show you that one?
No.
All right, you did this video recently where I remember you put a picture. Yeah, you put a picture of the Steak Shack, or what was it, Shake Shack in there?
Steak and Shake, that's a real pic.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's me working at Steak and Shake. So I put pieces that are true in every story.
Right.
Every place I referenced in that story, I had been there and I lived there. And then there's did you see the Demon Girl one in the commune? That happened. That
Give us a synopsis, bro.
But wait, the party in LA didn't?
Hell no.
You were fooled. You thought you had him, bro.
I wanted that one to be real.
Yeah, no.
We're gonna talk about it still, but
and I tied in things that were relevant in that time. Like that was the time of the vloggers, and I knew where they all lived because I lived in LA at the time.
So you didn't live at 1600 Vine?
No.
God damn it! I told like 6 people this kid lived at 1600 Vine.
No,
he's commenting.
That's
perfect. Real. I know it's real.
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
That's crazy.
No, I didn't live there. I lived in Glendale and Reseda and a little bit of time in Studio City, and then a little bit of time in OC, and then I traveled a lot to San Francisco and San Diego.
Okay, so you did live out there, though.
Yeah, for 2 years, 2.5.
What were you trying to do out there again?
I was traveling California, going from different jiu-jitsu gym for 2.5 years, and I was just training, and I would work on a production set for like 1 week a month because my aunt is a writer. She actually was a writer on Sons of Anarchy. She's
great show.
She's really great. Her name's Regina. She's the best. She was out there. She had a little production company, and then my uncle Joe had a little commercial production company. So I'd go be a grip. I just go move heavy for a week, and they would pay me like $3,000.
What?
And my rent was $300, and I had a $120 car bill. So I just had freedom. 2015, 16, a little bit 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were a mover and shaker from a young age. There's some people that it's just they can't. And this is a good thing. I think most of the time they can't sit still. They need new adventure. They need new action. It seems like you're that guy.
Yes, 100%. I can't think about things for more than 10 seconds. I'm a goldfish. I tell her, I'm like, if I forget, I'm not doing it to like hurt you. I forgot because I forgot. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just moving on to the next thing. All the stories, I always talk about it. It's like people are like, oh, how'd you come up with this? What's your process? I'm like, start, finish, publish, repeat. I do one draft, I record it, I edit it, I never think about it again.
That's it.
And I just move on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I think short memory is pretty important in your space and our space, because win or loss, you can't harp on it. Because now you're gonna, if it's a big win, you're like, I'm good. I don't have to make content for a week now.
Yeah.
And like, no, you do. You have to make content the next day. And if it's a bad one, you get in your own head. I don't know what to do now. Did I lose my touch? People forgot about me. Yeah. That's the biggest thing right now. Like the ADHD mind of just like, you posted yesterday, who cares? Today's a new day.
That's TikTok.
Today's a new day.
And we stopped, and I felt that pressure.
Yeah, dude. It's terrible.
And you get the comments if one video doesn't do well, there's the really hateful person like, bro, you fell off after this story. And I'm like, I jumped ship. I jumped ship. I went to YouTube. Like I'm not even trying on TikTok anymore. I haven't put effort into TikTok since August.
I don't even care.
I don't care. I'm just gonna build on YouTube.
We're really the same. It really happened that way.
We're kind of going back now because they have the new rewards program. You saw that? They're out of creativity program beta. Now they're in creative rewards program. So
and
they're
that
offering
much long form, right?
Long form, and that was a beautiful thing because we were already doing long form. You gotta look at that.
Write that down.
Add it to the list of 40,000 things we do.
I'm gonna send you. I did off camera. Anyway.
Okay. Hey guys, if you have a second, please be sure to share this episode around on social media and with your friends, whether it's Reddit, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, doesn't matter. It's all
Let me hit pause for the calls so I can say what's up to my live stream. Whew. Yeah, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? 19 people. Let me take these headphones off when I'm on the live side. Can I hear you?
What's going on?
Here came in. I can't hear nothing.
Is that Casabear? You was saying what? I saw what was said about me just saying. So, what did you see that was said about you, and why are you over here with that nonsense?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. That's what I'm waiting for, some jigaboo stuff. Wait a minute.
Not the jigaboo.
It's hard for me
like,
to get.
Because let me explain to you something right quick. If you think you're gonna come over here and try to I don't know, bully somebody, you got the right one today, honey. You got the right one. So you might want to think about it. Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
Who you talking to?
Casabear. She's over. She said something about she saw what somebody was saying about her. Just saying. I'm like, what are you talking about?
How she get a wrench? She got a wrench too.
I don't know. I didn't give it. You gotta ask to hear and Murph.
To hear she got a wrench.
This is my first time seeing her in here. So.
Not talking to you on the panel.
Oh, just making sure, because I'll be ready. I'll be ready.
There go War Eagle 72. I hope Mike doesn't cry this week over my song that made me feel bad last week. No, I'm glad you said that. War Eagle 72. 72.
Was doing some music.
Yeah, he did. He asked for We Are the World. And
yeah. You was crying over there.
what made me cry, y'all, is it's so many actors in this world, man. They acting like they helping the kids. We are the world. We are the children. But I started thinking that, look at all those celebrities up there. They can do a We Are the World, We Are the Children concert. And it don't even have to be a great concert. Just like 5 superstars every Friday will go to this place and people just donate or pay, do it live. It is so many ways to make money for these poor kids that are hurting.
Yeah, definitely. People can focus on that instead of the other nonsense that's going on in the world. We'd be a lot better off.
Who knows anything about that song and how much money they raised and how much help that went down because of that song? Nobody. Nobody knows. And it's almost like, we could put this together and make more money. That's it. So it's like, if you are a bad person, it is so easy to hide in public your badness that you do behind closed doors, because all you got to do is act like you're helping. Puffy got a school. I did research on his school. His school is terrible. I would be embarrassed if I was a celebrity and I had something to do with that school. Puffy pays more money covering up his bull than what he does investing into that school. It took his name off the school. There are people that are fighting. It's almost like I'm looking at the numbers. We're looking at the numbers on our live stream, and when we play videos about negativity, we get more views. But as we sit here having a conversation on how to help people and how to come together to help people, we get very little views. But I'm not saying that to, like, the 20 people that's listening now. If I have my glasses on, I think it's 20. Yeah. Is so I'm torn in the middle, because I don't want to offend my Bonnie, my Murray, the other Steph, the I don't want to offend you guys because Not Blind and Jamie and other people, the engagement, diggy, I don't want to hurt their feelings because they've been through something and they expecting some type of change on the panel.
Right.
Yeah. So what do you do? So I'm like, look, that's why sometimes I let you and Murph go and see what y'all gonna do or whatever. And the numbers drop, man. We make it. As far as the live channel and everybody watching, I could look. I think it was like $3. We making $3 a day. That's not gonna cut it. But when we was playing all that crazy negative stuff, I'm not supposed to show y'all the back, but you can take my word for it. I won't lie to you. $2, that's crazy. We made $24 because somebody made a donation, $2.95, $9. I think that was because of a donation. But without any donations, we made $116. I think we had like 500 people on. Tahir said it was close to 5. Murph said he sold 450. But I think Allie and the mother was going back and forth with each other and all this stuff. And I'm like, God dang. So I said all that to say this. I'm studying, man. I'm learning how to make this whole thing work. This video been sitting up there for a couple of days. And I said, well, let me get into it. If it's up on the panel, then that means I need to check it out. And you gotta listen through all the stories about his playing football and this, that, and other thing to get to the meat and potatoes. But my YouTube course and everything, man, is about telling stories, making people feel something. And that's what I'm learning, how to make people feel. I do what I call a 3-strike rule. If somebody say something ugly in the chat, hey,
right,
Piccolo play is a motherfucker. Hey, that's enough of that. That come from a joke. What's the dude on the dude Baby Kids that passed away?
Robin
Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Piccolo play a motherfucker in the church. All right, that's enough of that. I ain't gonna have all that cussing in my church. But he tells great stories, and the story has jokes in it. So being able to tell a story, Mike, Stephanie, and Murph, the real ones, will be here no matter what the topic is. Yes, Mary.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you said that, Mary, because when you ain't here, the whole chat is not as beautiful as when you here. And Helena G, is that Helena? Is that how you pronounce that?
Helena. And
then Debbie with the 2 cats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We meet again. Yeah. Helena's cool. But yeah, I love to see all y'all over and over again. Miss Tanya. The whole world is going crazy. You got that right. I'm nervous because I'm doing a 30-day cleanse while I'm in the Philippines. I promise I'm gonna exercise and I'm gonna focus on all 3. Cali. Yep, indeed, Murph. Where's Murph? I don't see no Murph.
I don't know. Murph is not here yet.
She said, yep, indeed.
Unless he popped in the chat. I didn't see him yet.
Yep, indeed, Murph. Maybe she think my name is Murph.
Maybe. I don't think so. I think Cassandra knows who you are.
That's Callie. Callie J.
Star. Hey, Star. Hey, Star.
Hey, Star. You an all-star. He's a hey, Star. Yeah. But I love y'all, man. And I hope that I always try to take the approach that maybe they didn't mean to do it. They didn't say it right. Texting each other is she said, oops. Yeah, Mike Cross here, baby. You're brave. 30 days, yeah. And once it's over with, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what I'm cleansing for and everything. Y'all probably pretty much know. I'm starting to realize and understand how it can be so lonely at the top because my friends and family members they just don't get it.
No.
And they never will get it. So
no.
And I don't have the stories, right? I don't have the stories to be able to get them to get it.
Yeah.
Everybody has a story, and everybody has a sad story, how they can make their life better. But one thing I realize about people is everybody wants to be a part of something.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. That they do.
Yeah.
That they do.
Oh, did you get? Oh, I see your thank you. So that's me.
Yes, thank you. I was like, what's going on now?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. And you know what? It's crazy because I was sitting here paying some bills because I was like, oh shoot, I gotta pay this bill for it. And then I was like, what's this? And I was like,
yeah,
that's wonderful.
The very first time I came on, it was great energy of the mods.
Welcoming, yes, that's why I subscribe. Yes, this is definitely the space where we like to welcome people and treat them with respect, and give them their say. You can have a difference of opinion, but you need to be respectful. He's following me around.
Yeah, she said I'm following Stephanie around today.
I might be following Helena around. I don't know. But yeah, we like to be respectful. We don't like all that cha-cha-cha, all that back and forth, all that backstabbing. We don't do all of that here. So, we definitely are a community family here, and we like to keep it like that. And we respect other people's right to think differently. And that's what makes it a great thing.
Right.
Bunny.
And I'm glad that I think, to be honest, when Nat Blind is not here, I think we're about 40 to 50 people strong. When I say strong, yeah. Everybody think of somebody that's not here. Let me see if somebody can think of somebody that's not here right now. I say, what is it, Helen J?
Helen J.
Veronica or Valerie with the red.
Valerie's not here right now. Queenie's not here.
Queenie, yeah. That's 3. JRS is not here. Yeah.
JRS is not here right now. Yeah.
Shell's not here. Leslie played. There you go.
Liz.
Helen G is here, Bonnie.
Lily plays. Lily plays is not here, is she?
Yeah, Lily Page. We still on 6.
Who else is not? Miss D is not here.
Yeah, Miss D.
Murph is not here right now.
Murph is not here. Not Blind. Thank you. Not Blind is not here. This has always been the coolest. Sunset is not here. You're right. That's 10 people right there. So now we at 37. Tulip Paul is not here. God dang, y'all are beautiful. Y'all gonna make me cry over that. Recognizing who's not here is very touching, man. Yeah. What's up, Tahir? Yeah, Tahir not here. Tahir is never here.
Danny is not here. Danny is not here.
That's 11.
Cassius is not here.
Who?
Cassius. See. Yeah,
That's
he's not
12.
here.
Well, Valerie is here. Wendy is here now. I may not be on chat.
Claire is not here.
Yeah. Cecil's not here. There you go.
We got a couple.
That's 13, 14. We up to 29 now. They coming in little by little. Yeah. Valerie is here now. Valerie, you was late. Did you bring a note there? No note on Sundays, right?
No note on Sundays.
Dragon X is not here. She said Dragon. That's 14. Holly is here. Melissa, yep. 2 Melissas. So that's 14,
and Melinda's.
15,
We're the Melindas. There's a couple Melindas too.
Boom Boom Melinda's, yeah. Mike, for those that can't be happy watching you doing good, need to stop step into. I can't see. This
I like Mary's Gemini state of mind. That's what I'm talking about. You don't like it? Get to the back. Get to the back. Don't come in here with this nonsense. Roster call. I know we got to make a attendance sheet so you call off everybody's name like we did in school. Here, present. here.
FFS present. Here. Plotter here.
Right.
Jamie here. Star here. Now I'll be like that. Did you see that joke with a guy always messing up people's name? That'll be me. He said, "Boy, you know that's your name." I like Valerie. He say, Villa Lee. Oh, Shanti. Oh, y'all go ahead. I got some company.
Oh Lord, what is going on?
What's up, cousin?
Here he go.
You
see how you just left me here? We ain't have nothing. We just left here. All right, y'all. So what's going on? What's going on, Steph? Get him, Steph. This channel is dropped. That absolutely. I be on it. You know, sometimes I miss it. Linda's here. Sometimes I miss it, but you know, sometimes I be right on it. Like, whoa, what's going on? Because I don't play that nonsense. You know, we not gonna have that over here. We got people with serious issues. Want that drama? Go that way. You know what I'm saying? We're used to it now. Yep. Yeah, he just walked off on us. Oh, we do have company. Look at that.
Yeah, I told you company coming over. He bringing me some stolen goods. Oops. Who said that?
Don't tell nobody.
Who said that? Hey, you ready to get him in trouble? Well, look, you know they be watching us. Clearly. And like I said, you want to come over here and troll, you all in the wrong section trolling, honey. Like, don't come over here with no trolling neither. Because, I mean, what type of person you got to be trolling the channel and trying to do good for people? You know? Like, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Renee is in the house. What's going on, Renee? So, anyway, I guess we just going to sit up here and chop it up until Mike decided to come over here and do something for us. I didn't even get a chance to send him a video. I got stuck trying to look up something else. And, yeah, so I didn't even get to send him the video. But today, Linda, I told him that we need to do something, Mike Epps, because you asked about it yesterday. So yeah, and trolls ain't nothing but bored people anyway. I mean, I realize everybody's at home on their computers, but trolls are another whole level. Like, you don't have nothing else to do except for, you know, try to bother somebody else that ain't bothering you. So just done shoveling. Ooh, you got snow, honey. I don't miss it. I don't miss the snow. So that's going to be the haters topic tonight. Mike received stolen goods. I know that's right. They're going to be all on it. They're going to be going live talking about that. You know, shoot. People up in here, they ain't got nothing, nothing good to say or do. They going to try to find something. Mike said he got stolen goods. He said somebody can't bring him stolen goods. Look at him. Here he come. Yeah, still coming. Wow, still coming down. Renee, where are you, Renee? I'm assuming you're in a northern state from where I am. So, what state are you in? How far north are you getting snow? January is the month for snow, though. I can say that. Trolls are just full of negativity. Exactly. Because if you don't like something or whatever, who keeps cussing saying snow, right? Don't be cussing at me. If you don't like something or someone, then just move along. Like all of this other stuff, like when you stay in their sphere just to make it known you don't have to like me. That's fine. You move along. Because trust me when I say you will have the right one over here. It don't bother me nothing. But skate on out. Don't try it. Like, and don't have nothing else to do but stir up some controversy. I'm in PA. We got snow. Oh, you guys. Oh, okay. So Pennsylvania snow. Yeah. You guys are good for that snow. Yeah, because I'm from Jersey, so I know Pennsylvania definitely got snow. We sent to snow in airmail from UK. Hope you enjoy. Thank you, Plotter, for sending it our way. Haven't seen snow in years. Never snows here. Oh yeah, you're in the Mediterranean. Of course, it's like perfect 75-degree weather every day, probably Fahrenheit, of course, because I'm, in America. I don't know Celsius. I have to add 32 degrees, I think, in order to do it. I think I finally figured out the conversion. I'm near Bradford, PA. Okay. Oh, Jamie. Yes. Okay, PA, big state. Yes, it's still rain here in Rhode Island. Rhode Island. I'm surprised you guys are not getting no snow. You're further north than Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. You have rain, Holly. Yeah, we had a bad, I think my power went out twice. I didn't realize it because I have solar. So, but I think it went out twice because my microwave, I had to reset the time twice today. So I'm like, oh, the power must have went out. Cold as heck in Fort Worth, Texas. I mean, it's kind of crazy to be in a state like Texas and still be cold. Like, I just feel like that just does not go together. Like in Texas and cold should not go together. Those things should not go in the sun. It's like Florida and cold. But if you're in North Florida does get cold. So when I used to live in Jacksonville, I was like, I hate it here. For real, I did not like living we lived in Jacksonville 1 year because my husband's job had transferred him there. And I hated it. The only thing good about Jacksonville, I tell anybody, is that their food is good. That's it. But other than that, I did not like living in Jacksonville. It was cold. It always rained. I was like, what is all this rain? And usually in Florida, it rains and then it stops and then it gets sunny again. So it doesn't really bother you too much. But in Jacksonville, I was like, this is like New Jersey. It just rained all day. What you rain all day for? Like, I don't know. Oh, look who's here. What's going on?
I lost all the money.
You lost all what money?
All the money.
What do you mean you lost all the money? Oh, sorry guys. Jay has just come back from his trip. Did you went to the casino? Where?
They have one in Panama. There were a few in Panama, but we may have to relocate.
Because you don't know how to walk. You know what? See, now you get to see our marital issues right now. Because you don't know how to walk away from the table when you're up. Because I bet you were up, weren't you? How much were you up by? See, this is what I'm talking about. We can't even. That's his birthday weekend with his boys. No way, Jacksonville at Steph, my mom. You're ridiculous. No way, Jacksonville at my mom helped develop that base when I was a child and she was a soldier. Really? Yes. My husband's about to make me mad live. Would y'all like to see me get mad live? Because he doesn't know that he's not supposed. See, this is why I go to the casino with him, because when he gets up, I say, no, let's go. Time to go. Now you done went up there. Well, it was your money, so whatever.
You want to know what's crazy?
I don't want to hear anymore because I am live and everybody's going to see you get chewed out on live. Do you want to get chewed out on live in front of everyone? No. Look, Jamie saying no. Go for it. Helena saying go for it. Stop.
I want to cry.
Freezing and snow here. Still have snow last week. You want to cry. I told him I don't care like if you go to the casino with your little bit, but we have a mission here, and if you can win some money that can go toward the mission, that works. But What are you gonna do with these men? Let me tell you. I don't know.
It could have been way worse.
Jamie said no. I'm hiding behind here. I know, right? It's like, and I'm like dead live too. I'm not even muted. So we have seen you mad live. Yes, you have seen me mad. They saw me mad live yesterday. I was pissed. Like stuff like that. Let me tell you. Steph, he is in the dog. Yes, he is in the doghouse. So why he's trying to take his clothes off and get in this bed, I don't know. But he is in the doghouse right now. So because your birthday weekend, you're supposed to come up with a win, not come back a loser. And you were a winner. You didn't walk away when you were winning.
When you say loser, what do you mean?
You said you lost. You lost everything. You said you lost all your birthday money.
Yeah, I lost all my birthday money.
Did you say 29 black for Murph?
I played 29 black for Murph.
Did you win on 29 black for Murph?
One time.
Huh?
It hit one time. So
you hit it for Murph?
One time.
And Murph is not even in the chat. Oh,
but it wasn't a direct 29 black. So what I did was I bet the corner of 29 black and whatever it was, and I hit that number.
Thank you. I tell your troll to go to his room. He's grounded. His Steph, your hubby is trolling you live. He is trolling me live, right? Yeah, they can hear you. He's like, yeah, they can hear you. What? Hey, Carrie. My husband just came back from his birthday weekend with his boys and told me that he lost all his birthday money. But I know that if he lost all his birthday money, that means he had to be up. So that means that you didn't walk away when you were supposed to. So he's getting chewed out live on on the live today right now, because he's coming in with the sad face, like,
You know why I really messed up at? I told him it was my birthday, and they started giving me complimentary drinks.
Yeah, because they
knew it. They had me.
Holly said, but did you have fun?
I sure did.
He said, I sure did. And he did 29 black for Murph and won on 29 black for Murph and didn't even bring back what Murph sent him to go spend. Hey, Mina, how you doing?
I didn't hit 29 black directly.
Oh, you hit it on the, okay.
So I played the corner and it hit, I forgot what number it hit, but I played the corner of 29 black.
Okay, so you won a little bit off of 29 black, not full of, okay. But you screaming Murph's name in the casino. Okay.
Yeah,
hey, Michael, enjoy watching the show most times, but you could use some better content. I'm just saying, sorry. Well, thank you, Lena, for coming in there and adding your 2 cents. We appreciate that. We always appreciate someone coming in to add their 2 cents. So everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You both have me rolling. Yes. And like I was saying before he came in and, threw me through a loop. Yeah, basically, yes, I was mad yesterday. That video that we looked at yesterday where that guy lost his life and was trying to, get somebody to help him and no one helped him. And even after he came back inside bleeding, no one would still help him. I'm sorry, I could not help it. I lost it because I can't stand when people ignore injustice. Jamie says, "Get him, Steph." Oh, boy, I can't stand injustice. Like, as you see somebody that's hurting in pain or needs something, and you literally, like, as the shop owner, like, it's one thing. Yeah, Plotter, you're a smart man. Plotter says Steph is low key annoyed. Ha ha ha. He lucky boy. She's on live. Yeah, he is. But the shopkeeper or the owner of the store, like, once he jumped behind your counter, you pushed him off, he jumped behind the counter. He wasn't trying to steal nothing. He hid down. So then you let them come in and drag him out. And then when he came in bleeding, you still didn't help him. Yeah, that, like, when I tell you that made, like, that was like, you might as well put a fire on the gas, because that was it for me. I was done. And I am so tired of seeing New York in this way, to where they seem like they can't get their common sense back. Like, they lost it at some point. And I don't know what the hell's going on up there. But You know, don't even let me. I'm traumatized. I got PTSD from that. We're talking about last night. I was out, not home. Yeah, Renee, that we were watching just different videos, you know. Look at Mike. Everybody just take a look at Mike real quick. Look at him. Okay. Mike just clicked on some random video, and it was basically about these, you know, criminals and what happens in the courtroom and things like that, and people beating up the criminals in the courtroom or jumping them in the courtroom, stuff like that. And so we came across this one where this boy, he was stabbed by a gang, this Dominican gang in the Bronx, and basically it wasn't even the right person. Like, so it was misidentity. And so the boy was walking down the street. He saw them following him. He ran into this store and he tried to jump over the counter. So I'm assuming he told the guy, somebody's trying to, you know, chasing me. And the guy that owned the store, the guy behind the counter, pushed him. You see him pushing him back. And finally the kid like goes through and he, like, you know, he jumps over the counter, he ducks down. So he's clearly not trying to steal anything from you. Like, I understand you see somebody come in, they jump behind your counter, you thinking, okay, they're trying to rob me, but clearly he's not trying to rob you. So later on in the video, it shows that the 5 boys drag him outside. I'm glad to see them both, my Uncle Mike and stuff. Mina, we love you. And so they drag the guy out to the street and they proceed to stab him multiple times. And so once they him, because I can't remember, Murph is not here to tell me what I can't say. So once they him multiple times, then the guy gets up, he goes back into the store, he's begging for help, and the guy that owns the store, running the store, whatever the case, he sends him out. Doesn't call nothing, just leaves him out. So the guy is standing, and this is a young kid, you know, standing in the middle of the street, screaming for help. No one's doing anything. The hospital is like a block and a half or whatever they said down. He tries to run himself, stabbed in the neck, stabbed all over, run himself to the hospital, and he makes it right outside the hospital, sits down, and still no one helps him. By the time they got in, I guess by the time they got him into the hospital, he dies 20 minutes later. And that just pissed me off to no end. Like, because that type of thing, I can't say because I'm on YouTube, you know. But that type of thing, like, that's just not going to fly with me, you know. It's just not going to fly. So I was pissed last night. Like, what is going on? And especially after, you know, we saw the woman that was on fire in New York. And we're standing here, the police, once again, it happened a few years ago. I think they said 2018. So the police in New York saw this man stabbed up and they just walked around. Like, what's going on? Like, what is going on? Something is wrong. Something is seriously wrong. And I will say this, and people may not agree with me, but I will say this. Giuliani, when he was the mayor of New York, they did not like him because they said he was corrupt and he was this and the cops were this and that and blah, 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 and all this stuff. But the one thing I can say about Giuliani and his corrupt and whatever, I think they said he came in and he asked the, you know, police force or something like, what can you do to change? Is there anything we can do? Is anybody think that we can do anything to solve the problem or whatever crime? And they were like, a lot of people raised their hand and said no. And he fired all of them. He fired all of them. That's hearsay. I don't know. Allegedly, I could be making it up, right? And so for the years that Giuliani was in office, I can't say that there weren't crooked cops, but, you know, crooked people sometimes have to deal with crooked cops because, you know, it's just, but the streets were not what the streets were, you know, what the streets are now. Like, where you're just standing here watching somebody burn, at least the police do something. Like, what are we doing? Like, we've just decided we're just going to check out everything. But, you know, that's just my opinion, you know. I've been out of New York New Jersey for years now. I've gone back and forth with family, but haven't been, back in a little bit. Haven't been back this year or last year, but usually I go home every so often. But like I said, this is not the New York. This is not the home that I remember. Like, this is home for me. Like, it's where everybody is from. So, that type of thing it makes me irate when people just sit there and don't do anything. And now everybody just pulls out their phones. Like, that's the last thing on my mind. When I think about something going on, like even when I'm out and doing whatever, like the last thing on my mind is to pull out my phone and take a picture or record. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Like, I'm just never on my phone like that. But the fact that people can take their phone out, click on the app, start the record, because I mean, maybe you have a record button where you just push a button and records. I don't know. I have to go through, the app, and then I set it to video from photo, and then I click record. So you did all of that, and you could have dialed 911. So yeah, it just, any type of, like, you want to get me pissed, like, fast, yeah, do some stuff like that. Do some trifling, grimy stuff like that, and you'll get me 0 to 100 as fast as you can go. And like, yeah, so I said all of that because Mike is still talking, and I'm still trying to run my mouth so that he come over here and run this video. But I said all of that to say that, yes, they did see me get upset yesterday. They saw my mad yesterday. I was hot. Yeah. Because it's like, when you see your home and you see something going on which you feel like is at home, and they're doing something, and I got family members live out there. Those could be my cousins, those could be my, anybody, my aunts, my uncles, anybody could be out there. So, it just makes me upset. Let's see. If it was 90s through, would have called 911, I think. If it was 90s, yeah, like in the 90s, yeah, it was definitely like, New York has always been a place where people mind their business, yes, but they mind their business in a way that when to mind your business and when not to mind your business, type of thing, right? Like, it's like, we're like, okay, that's not my business. But if it's an emergency situation, that was the place where people would actually step in and do things. Like, so either call 911, or New Yorkers never had a problem with throwing no hands. Like, it, I hate to say it like that, but we never had a problem with, like, what I'm saying? If it came to that, then it just came to that. Like, you're just not going to do anything crazy, and, we're not going to do anything about it. That just was the consensus. And now, not like I'm promoting violence. However, if you have to protect yourself or someone else, I definitely promote protecting yourself or someone else if you guys to throw the hands, Oh, you don't want to know the story when I tried saving a boy who was 4 life in Mount Shasta, and hundreds of people on their phone posting on Facebook while the boy's mom and sister were in pieces. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's like you're so far removed, and they attacked the wrong guy. Yes, they attacked the wrong guy. So he wasn't even in the rival gang that you thought he was, you dummy. I'm back in the chat. I'm hopping in and out, but on my TV. Okay, Bonnie. Yeah, so that's pissed me off too, because he was a young kid and he lost his life for nothing. The worst for a veteran to endure, loses a life, and people showcasing it like it needs to be viral. Exactly. It's just crazy. It was wrong no matter what, but the fact it was the wrong kid is even worse. Exactly. And now that I have some time and Mike has left me to my own devices, right? And I can just run my mouth. Now that I have some time, let me just, talk about this whole gang and gang mentality. A gang, in my opinion, maybe I should put the banner down, but a gang, in my opinion, you're nothing but a punk. You're nothing but a punk. That's it. I have no respect for anybody that's in a gang. Like, for me, if I got an issue, I'm going to deal with you with the issue. Me and you, we're going to deal with the issue. There's no need for me to get a whole bunch of people behind me to deal with the issue that I have with you. Now, maybe I'm just old school and I was brought up by old school people, but that's just the way it is. Like, and all these, bangers that they like to have because they don't want to take a butt whooping, or they don't want to throw no hands, to me is whack. Like, I rather, you get out in the street and throw them hands, you know what I'm saying? Get it out your system, whoever win, and keep it moving, you know what I'm saying? Then for you feel like you got to go grab, a banger and just like, I'd rather that. So it's just like, and it seemed like people are scared to get their butt whipped. You like, just like from Friday, like the dad said, you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. And that's what it is. It's like, I'd rather that than everybody. So for me, I have no respect for gangs at all. Like, I have no respect for them. Like, you want respect from somebody like me, you got to stand on your own too, regardless of what everybody else is doing. Because a gang ain't nothing but mob mentality. It ain't nothing but sheeple. It ain't nothing but you following behind somebody else. Why? Because you can't think for yourself. You can't, make it work in your own mind. You got to have 5, 6 different people behind you. 5 of y'all had to stab one. 5 of y'all had to one person. Really? One person? Just one of y'all couldn't square up with the dude. And then maybe if you would have looked at him hard enough, you would have figured out he wasn't the right person. The boy was at a rough hospital. Yeah, he's in the Bronx. Everything in the Bronx rough, honey. But so yeah, everything in the Bronx is rough. I mean, the Bronx has always been rough, but I think it's gotten a lot worse. There was a time when Brooklyn was the spot that was really rough, and then they gentrified it. And then I guess the last time I went to Brooklyn, I said to my cousin, I said, oh, did they decide they didn't want to gentrify and they left again? Because what happened last time I was here, they was taking over. They had their little fruit stands and what is it, no meat restaurants and stuff, and they was taking it over. And then all of a sudden I came back, they were all gone. I said, oh, I guess they changed their mind. Want to join a real gang, join the service and sacrifice your freedom. That's the realest, when you give your freedom for others. Exactly. I could never see someone harmed and not step in. Those gang members of the particular gang are 40 to 50,000 deep in America, untracked. Trump first mission, tracking, get out of here. Yeah. I mean, I definitely, like, I was never one for the gang. Like, if I had a problem with you, I had a problem with you. It's gonna be me and you. Like, I've never been one that couldn't stand on their own to say whatever I need to say. And a lot of times, I was good to let things slide. But if it got to the point to where it didn't slide, I had no problem approaching and asking questions. But I'm the person that ran into the building when they were shooting to find my daughter and my cousin and her kids or whatever. So like, I mean, it's just some of us that, when they say they fight or flight, I am definitely the fighter. Like, I'm not going anywhere. So you better get me good, because if you don't, yes, I recommend Army. We are the best gang. 100. We fight for freedom. All forces are the real gangs. Our forces are the real gangs. Right. Absolutely. If you want to be a part of something you like, and I feel like people that like to fight and people that like to and people like to bang it up, why don't you go to the front lines and do it against people that, you know what I'm saying? Go into combat. You seem to like to do that, but no, you don't want to do that. You want to jump on somebody on an unfair advantage. Like, you never get props for that. You'll never get props for that. Friends that went to New York City said it was really bad. Yeah, I last time I was there, I was like, dude, what is going on? Like it used to be where they used to have garbage cans on every corner. Now, the garbage cans used to be overflowing, but they were garbage cans on every corner. So you could throw your trash away every corner. And now, like, I don't even think they clean the streets. And that's messed up to me, because if you're from the city, you understand alternate side of the street parking, which means that every other day or every whatever day, you cannot park on one side of the street, because the street cleaner, the street sweeper, is supposed to come down and clean the street, right? So the street's supposed to be cleaned every day, one side, and then the next day, the other side. So first of all, there's not enough parking spaces for everybody that has a car. So when you have alternate side of the street parking, usually people are double parked on one side, and then the other side you can't park or they're going to tow your car, right? So, you know, I came in and I was, you know, when I go, I usually stay in Brooklyn at my cousin's house. So I was staying at my cousin's house and I noticed like there's a pizza box, you know, and it's alternate side of the street parking, which means tomorrow that pizza box should not be here, right? Because you clean the streets every day. That pizza box was there for 4 days, but you still got people parking on either side of the street as if the street cleaner is coming, and the street cleaner hasn't come. So I don't know what's happened, but yeah, we've definitely lost something there. Something has definitely been lost, you know. And I'm not gonna say that New York hasn't been in shambles before. Like in the 70s and the 80s, the crack epidemic, of course, you know, did major damage in the city. For sure, Stephanie, all ego you lose, so you bring a weapon. Exactly. The crack epidemic did major damage to the city, to everywhere. I mean, I think Jag was talking about it earlier with Maggie before I came on here, and she's talking about Camden, New Jersey. And everybody that's from New Jersey knows you don't go to Camden. Camden was the you don't go to Camden. That was the danger zone. And it was probably the worst place that you could go to. Like, you know, and she was saying how crack, you know, affected them there. And I lived in the suburbs. I lived in North Jersey. So I'm, you know, total opposite end from them. And even where I lived, which was considered, you know, a more upper middle class area or whatever, even there we could count the crack vials. We went to school. I remember me and my friend going to school, walking to the bus and counting the crack vials that were left in the street, left on the sidewalk. And we knew what they were. And it's weird to me now because I'm like, how do we know what they were? But we knew what they were. We knew they had the red tops. We knew they were clear bottles with the red tops. And we used to count them every day to school to see how many. And every day there'd be more and more and more. So yeah, crack epidemic definitely tore down the city, tore down a lot of places. And New York has been in, you know, in the 70s, I mean, buildings were burned out and all types of stuff. And then it seemed like they were coming back, you know, in the 90s and the early 2000s, we were kind of getting, you know, better stuff. They were building back up. And now it seems like we're going back in that direction again. So I don't know if it's every 25 years that we go through this whole thing where, you know, New York goes through this metamorphosis change, but on this 360 scale where we're always going in the same circle. I have no idea, but it really is bad at this point. They make the best soldiers. Let me tell you, they will make you or break you. I was in basic with a few ex street gang. When they done training, they were the best. Here, this is yours. So yeah, to hear I'm getting oddly used to it in here. You're used to us, plotter. Let's get the likes up. Yes, absolutely. America's very vulnerable, meaning you are vulnerable to these third world gang members of all ethnic backgrounds. Wake up to the invasion. You have millions of untracked immigrants under Biden. Yes, there are, but you know, even before them, we have had our own gangs and issues too. So it didn't start or end with Biden. But you know, the thing is that people who are afraid to say something or do something, and that allows them to run amok, right? Because if they come up to something that or someone that don't play that game, then it changes the dynamics, right? It's not that easy to take over a building. It's not that easy to, you know, be out in the middle of the street, you know, busting shots and, you know, doing all types of stuff, because now we're not going to take it. Has anybody seen that movie, Daddy's Little Girls? It's a Tyler Perry movie, but I mean, aside of him, it's a good visualization of what it looks like, you know, when a community comes together to make sure that gangs and other nefarious people and activities either get out or act like you have some sense. he was an innocent person whom was mistaken as an op. He had exercised Second Amendment. It might have been different. Yes. Let's see. I remember there were payphones on every. Yep, there were payphones on every corner too. Yes, absolutely.
Another thing too. Just my wife don't need my mail.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I absolutely can. I absolutely can. Yes, my troll is back. My troll is in here trying to troll me again. I come from a small town in Wyoming and never experienced any of that. I am naive, and I visited New York once, and I was talking to people and waving. My native friends were very upset with me. Oh, Carrie, it's okay. It's okay. And you know what? The reason why people look at you crazy when you wave at them is because, we're taught at a young age not to talk to strangers. So we take that very seriously. We can't hear you, Mike. Mike is not trying to talk to us. He's talking to somebody else. Yes, it made me cry. Yes. I have seen it and it was good. Yes. Daddy's Little Girls. It was good. At the end, the community came together and basically, fought against the thugs, and we're like, we're not going to take this anymore. And they got them up out of there. We even have gangs on a lot of reservations, and the elders and tribal councils could control better, but they don't. More money in the pockets of the tribal members get their check cut for drug. See, and it's all and there it is. It's always about the drugs. Always about the money. Let's see. Hubby trying to butter. Yeah, he's trying to. You heard that deep little voice. You heard that deep little silky voice he tried to use. Yeah, I'll deal with him when the live is over. He better hope I stay on live for a minute. But yeah, so Carrie, what tribe? Iroquois, and it. I'm gonna try to read it. Ooh, Anishinaabe, Ojibwe, or Ottawa here. Ooh, I know I butchered some of those, but yeah. So, just to go back to that, yeah, like, it it's up to us. Like, the power is with us. And I know sometimes it feels like we don't have it because we're conditioned into thinking that there are certain ways to handle certain things. Like, oh, you can't do that. You got to do this. Well, I'm sorry, but if you're doing with people that break the law and break the rules, you can't use the rules to combat people that break the rules. It just doesn't happen. Like, you got to be able to stand up and defend yourself and defend your neighborhood and your home and things like that. Like, even if it is just calling the police and letting them know what's going on, Cherokee. All right. So yeah, so New York is very disappointing to me right now, but I can't say that it's not something that I haven't seen before in New York. I just thought that I thought that as we move forward in technology and growth, that things would get better, and they would always get better. They wouldn't go back. But I guess that was naive of me to think that, because now I'm seeing that New York is definitely one of those places that's going back. The rats, for instance. New York has always had rats. And I knew that the rat problem was out of control when I was driving one day down the street, and a rat ran across the street in broad daylight, because you never see rats in the daytime. You used to never see them in the day. Like at night or in the subway, yes, you would see them every now and again. But when they were like just out and about like pigeons, is like, whoa, time out. What's going on here? Like, But my fix to New York, and of course, they have their the speed cameras and all. Like, New York has so many ways to get people's money. It is disgusting. It's disgusting. And I tell, like, even my family members are still like, why don't you let it go? Move. Like, you literally, New York, California, Hawaii, you can go anywhere in the United States and live, and it's going to be cheaper than what you're used to. anywhere. Do you know how good that is to be able to go anywhere and it'd be cheaper than where you're at? That's a plus. But they stay there and they deal with it. And my what I think the fix is for New York City, because New York is a huge state, but only New York City is what we consider, New York. When we're talking about New York, we don't consider the whole state that is huge. And so my fix is, you take everybody from New York City, you move them into New York State, get them all apartments or houses or whatever, because literally everybody could probably have a house in New York State and be okay. And then you tear down New York City, tear up the subway, start all over again, right? And build it better, because the infrastructure that they have for New York was not meant for all these people. It makes no sense. Like, that you don't have any place for sanitation. Like, literally, I mean, now they're putting these I guess these dumpsters that they're keeping, so they're trying to keep the rats out by having these dumpsters. But before, they used to put all, like, on garbage day in New York City, like, alternate side of the street parking. One side of the sidewalk is nothing but garbage bags, taller than me, like 6 feet high, of garbage bags just going right down the street. You think the rats are not going to be in there? Like, come on, let's think about this. So, and they've done that for years, so that they just got these bins or whatever. Yeah, that's new. Like, you have no back alleyways for trucks to come down, so you're only coming down, like, everybody's coming down the same street. It's not built for the trucks to come behind and maybe come behind the buildings and get things. We used to have, and I don't know, they probably still have them, but people kept throwing their children down there, so I think that's why they got rid of those. But the incinerators, it's like a garbage chute. So they, in the big buildings, tall buildings, like where my nana used to live, you would go out to the hallway and you could put your trash down the chute, and it would go down into a big thing, and they would burn it later or whatever they would do with it. And I think, I don't know if they got rid of those. I don't know, for the big buildings, if they got rid of those because people were throwing children down there. Of course, there's always the crazies that do stupid stuff and ruin it for everyone. But, that was a way to keep from, having trash all over the place, but yeah, for me, I would be like, just take everybody out. Get rid of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and rebuild everything, rebuild the apartments, rebuild houses, like, put it in order. Because if you've ever been to New York, nothing is in order unless you're in Manhattan downtown and it's all big buildings. But if you go out to Brooklyn and Queens and in the Bronx, you'll have a building next to a house, next to a bodega, next to this. It's like, nothing is ever really organized. So it's like all and nothing really looks nice. And then you add the graffiti on top of that, and it's like, what are we doing? So New York is due for a makeover. It really is, and then what was it? A couple years ago, they had this flooding to where the subway systems were flooding, and as a kid, I never remember that happening. So to me, that just means that there's so much trash in the in the in the drainage that it's breaking up, so that when it rains really hard now, it's flooding, because it never used to flood like that before. So that's just saying to me that there's trash that is not being picked up, not being taken care of, and it's causing, when it rains a lot, for floods to happen more often. But what do I know? I'm just talking. I'm just running my mouth while Mike is over there running his mouth. I am so hurt. No one was held accountable. No one was held accountable for violating the Good Samaritan law. Taking out a cell phone to watch harm and unaliving is insensitivity on all. Yeah. And and the thing is, I'm not sure, but I've heard that it's not even a law that you have to report something. And that's crazy to me, because it should be. It should be a law that if you see something that you have, like, you need to report. If someone's being, abused or lit on fire, that you have to do something. You don't just sit there. That at that point, you can intervene. Somebody's being stabbed to death, you can intervene. Like, that should be a basic law. Why not? But whatever. No, I was told I'd get shot for being so friendly in New York. My friends who live there. No, you won't get shot, but you'll get dirty looks. I mean, but it's because they don't, they don't know who you are, and that's weird for them. Yep, Steph, I used to live up north at Canada border. Yeah, yeah, Carrie, not shot. Now, pickpocketed, possibly. They might pickpocket you, so don't let anybody get real close to you, and keep your stuff on you. Keep your hands in your pocket, because they're pretty slick with that. Pittsburgh is beautiful. You can live like you want here based on your income. Yeah. I've been to Pittsburgh. Maybe I haven't. Of course, I've been through Pennsylvania because I've driven from New York, Jersey, all the way down to North Carolina. I've driven all the way down the East Coast and over to Texas, which I did not want to do. But so I've been through all of those states, but I don't think I've been to Pittsburgh. I just went to Philly, believe it or not. I just went to Philly for the first time maybe 3 years ago. And I'm from North Jersey. I'd been in Philly once to drop somebody off, but I'd never been to Philly. And when I went to Philly, because I flew in there and a friend picked me up. And when I went to Philly, I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, this is what it looks like. Like, oh, no wonder people like to come to New York. Because anything that looks worse than New York in my eyes, it's like, whoa. Like Detroit, whoa, what's going on here? So Philly was definitely eye-opening. I didn't know Philly was like that. And I had always said that I wanted to go to Philly because I wanted to get a cheesesteak, I'm a foodie at heart, even though I don't eat that much, but I am a food. I like good food. If I'm going to eat, I like good food. So I was like, I'm going to go to Philly. I'm going to get a cheesesteak. And I don't even eat beef, but I was going to take the L for the day because I had to get, a real Philly cheesesteak. And I got 2 cheesesteaks from 2 different places. And let me tell you, I was unimpressed with both of them, really. I went to Geno's, which everyone always talks about. It's the one that's always in people's videos and stuff, and that was disgusting. They still do have the garbage chutes in the apartment buildings up in the Bronx. Oh, they do. Okay. Yeah, the garbage chutes are the incinerators. Well, that's what we used to call it back in the day, the incinerators. But yeah, clean up. Yeah, they need to clean it up. But yeah, I was not impressed with the Philly cheesesteaks there. Somebody told me that South Jersey had better Philly cheesesteaks, but I don't know where. Maybe if I ask Jag, she might know, because I think she said she used to live out in the South Jersey area too. I have been to Pittsburgh once, stayed at a vacation rental by owner in Squirrel Hill area. Love the old feel of that area. Yes, there is something about when you go to some of the smaller towns and it's like a quaint little, they have the little shops, a little place you walk, and a little ice cream shop and all that other stuff. There's something about that that's really this is nice, At least the last time I was in an apartment building over in the Bronx, they still had it. And that was probably 2018. Okay, yeah, so they probably still have it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was the thing that they were using, but the infrastructure is not built the way it needs to. Now that they know what they want to do with New York, I think that if they built it a little bit better, but they can't do that with people there. I really believe they can't do it with everyone there. They're going to have to clear out that, and they're not going to do that, right? Because, so what are you going to do? Because it's literally building on top of building on top of building. You have no space. You have no space to build. There's no grass, there's no nothing, whatever. So you build something and look, when the Twin Towers, came down, or, people know them as the World Trade Center, but we used to call them the Twin Towers. So when the Twin Towers came down, look at what happened. They fell right into another building, and, even though they fell straight down, but, other buildings were affected. There was nothing. There was no space to build anything or do anything else. So it's I visited New York once. It made me feel really odd. I couldn't keep up with anything. I felt claustrophobic. Yes, it's very claustrophobic. And goodness, if you've ever been to 125th Street back in the day, my butt hurts. Sorry, guys. Back in the day, 125th Street used to be the place where people would, buy and sell. There'd be, people on the street. Sometimes they do it. They have people out there still now, but it's not the way it used to be, because it was used to be full of people out there. So that was where you would go and you buy your bootleg videos, or you buy purses and stuff, whatever. Like, yes, ma'am, they were exaggerating to scare me for sure. I'm pretty gullible. Yeah, they definitely were. But yeah, 125th Street, and 125th Street on a Saturday is crowded. Like, it's crowded, but that's the spot that you went when you want to catch people or see people or whatever. That was definitely the spot to be if you just want to see people, back in the day, because everybody was out there. But the thing that you learn, Oakland, California, LA, the gangs are really bad. You just drive in the wrong segregated gang areas, you can get targeted fast if you don't belong there. Yeah, my one of my sisters is from Long Beach, so when I go out there, they used to always bring me Long Beach, Inglewood, Compton, and LA, that area. I've never been in Northern California. What was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying. I was somebody tell me what I was saying. Ha ha ha. Oh, 125th Street. So basically, when you go down 125th Street, you learn how to push people out the way. Like that, literally, you learn how to push people out the way. Nicely, of course, but that's what you do, because that's the only way you can get through, is to move people out of your way. Otherwise, you'll never get anywhere. So you have to push through. So it's like part of I guess it's part of the culture or whatever. I lived in New York State, but I never went to the city of New York City. Yeah. I tell people all the time, you don't miss anything there. Times Square is crazy. Yes, Times Square is a madhouse, and it's always been a madhouse, and it's always so funny to see people that go to Times Square for like the dropping of the ball, because you will never ever catch a local out there. If you catch a local out there, they're coming to rob somebody, most likely. Allegedly, not allegedly, allegedly, yes. They are coming to do something, because we do not go out there. We're not going out to Times Square. That is the most disgusting place that you want to be on New Year's, because people get out there days ahead. They stand out there. There are no bathrooms. There's a McDonald's, and there's like other stores out there. There are no bathrooms. So you figure it out what you're doing out there standing for 3 days. Somebody got to go to the bathroom somewhere. That's all I'm saying. And us locals, we know, and we stay clear away. Okay? Northern California in the redwoods, vacationing there is remarkable. The mastery of trees, the history of California, all kinds of beautiful big carvings, such a beautiful land. I could only imagine redwood forest. That I can imagine is great. I know I flew over the ill. Yes, it's that. Yeah, and they're all foreigners. Most of them are foreigners, unless, like I said, they're out there to try to pickpocket. That's probably the biggest grift that you're going to get out there is pickpockets or whatever. 3 days, no thanks. Yeah, and people and they're like, yeah, Happy New Year. Well, they people probably stink. They smell like pee, maybe some other stuff. They got it's cold. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Let me tell you what the locals are doing. The locals are trying to find the club that they're going to get into that's not going to cost them $150 at the door. That's what we're trying to do. Well, that's what we used to try to do. I don't know. So, yeah. To here, take your spoon. Oh, no. But yeah, so that is a little bit about New York. And like I said, it's definitely, I get offended when I see my home being, in a way that I just don't remember it being. Like, I just remember them being fighters. Like, that's where I got my fighting spirit. So, like, I didn't get my fighting spirit from nowhere. Like, so what happened to your fighting spirit? Mike looked like he having a good visit. Doesn't he look like he having a good visit while I'm over here running my mouth? Just going on and 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 on. Take the kennel also about my kennel. And look, he drinking water. I'm the one that need the water. I ain't been able to stop talking since I got up here. Look at that. And Murph is not even here. This is a perfect day for Murph to be here. And he is not even here. Oh, Lord. You see how that works? You see how that works? Well, I hope he's all right. He might be with his daughter. So hopefully everything is going okay on that side. But yeah, so I said all of that. You know, that's been an hour, right? I said an hour worth of stuff just to say that gangs are a bunch of punks. I have no respect for you. You can't throw the ones and the twos. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. You know, you get no respects from me. So you want respect, then you need to be able to stand on your own too and not do things as a gang or as a group. Like, you know, but that's just me. What do I know? I'm just saying. Anyway, so what's today? Today is Sunday. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm like, I am feeling it. Like, yay! I get to sleep in tomorrow. I get to do whatever I want. I said I'm going to write. I'm gonna write more books because I found my books, and so book 3 I didn't finish, or at least I can't find the finished copy. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. But I'm gonna keep writing. So I'm gonna finish up book 3 and possibly start book 4. I always have a good time when I write. For my book, and I'm excited because I have to read back through it to see what I did before so I could add to it. But you know, it just brings me back into a different mind frame of like being a kid, being a teenager, preteen, and just like, all those things before you got bills, right? You didn't have to worry about bills. We didn't have no cell phones. We didn't get beepers till I was in, high school. So there's like, we didn't have any of that stuff. It's like we were just outside for the day, just doing whatever. Shout out to MLK, justice, peace, equality, and love. Happy birthday. Also, Mom, happy birthday, RWG. All right. Happy birthday, Mom. Yes, a lot of birthdays in January. I have 6 birthdays. We have 6 birthdays in January. It's a lot of birthdays. Actually, the 21st is my youngest daughter's birthday. And then my oldest daughter, she has the same birthday as me, which is at the end of the month on the 30th. So we have a lot of birthdays. And of course, my husband's birthday was just on the 17th. I have a niece, her birthday's on the 11th. I have a granddaughter, her birthday's on the 18th. Yeah, we have a lot of birthdays. I have been busy. I have a busy day tomorrow. Was lazy this weekend. It's okay. Sometimes we need lazy days, right? We can have a pajama party in the kennel. They're still going on about this kennel. I got a doctor's note. Hey, Brian, welcome. Come on in. Mike is having company, and I'm just running my mouth. So I hope that's okay, Brian. You're stuck with me for a little bit. At Steph, at Uncle Mike, talked enough to report his low pay and said I'm letting my partners get some kind of pay. At Uncle Mike speak, you won't know if you hit YouTube jackpot if you don't pay attention. What kind of work do all you guys do? Okay, hey Brian. Yeah. Oh, look, he's coming back. Look at that. At to hear you need to fix the leak. Oh, nope. Still got company, and it's stinky in here. Valerie, we only have 36 subscribers. Please share the live. Helena, mine was 1501. Okay, peace to hear. Still in the building, still hanging with us. I'm back. My granddaughter interrupted and FaceTime me. It's okay, I understand. People like to call me when I'm on live too, but I spend a lot of time on live, so it's not really their fault. I think it's more of mine. I'm back. Oh yeah, I read that already. That one I didn't read. Plotter, Tahir will cuddle up to you and keep you dry. Oh boy. And hey Brian. So do you have a video, Steph? I don't have a video because we know what happens when I play videos, right, Cassandra? When I play videos, they freeze. So I was hoping that Mike would at least put a video on us so that, you know, before he walked away. But as you can see, he has left us to our own devices. So I am going to see what I have in my repertoire here, because I did promise Linda that I was going to find something that was Mike Epps for her today. And let me see. All right. Because I don't know what. We did the whistleblower. I don't know what he wanted to do today. And clearly he wanted to have company. Boy escapes from YouTuber's house. That's an interesting one. Let me see. That one would be interesting if he actually. Oh, 200. Oh no, that's only 2 minutes. This guy I didn't see. I feel like if we say anything about Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, they're gonna do something to us. So yeah, I think I'm gonna send him this video of this boy that escaped from a YouTuber's house. Someone sent this to me, I think.
Man, we forgot to say Linda's name. Remember we saying when people wasn't here? Who wasn't here?
Oh,
Linda
yeah, she's here now. She's been here. I'm gonna send you a video that you can play. Look at it. He done muted me. He ain't even listening to me. You see that? You see that? You see what I got over here? Send him a video.
Girl, what?
I was sending you a video to play because I've been running my mouth.
Oh, okay.
And you know, they don't want to hear me talk all night. Yes, I just sent it to you. But boy escapes from YouTuber's house of horrors. So someone sent this to me. I apologize. I don't remember who sent it to me.
We did this on the channel, but okay.
You did it? Oh no, don't play it then if you did it already.
Well,
somebody sent this. Somebody sent it to me. I didn't know. You know, I don't know everything that gets played. Right. Let's see.
They'll watch again.
Well, we want to get something new. I got a bunch of stuff here.
All right. Well, while you look, let me walk my man out to his car.
Yeah. Hacker finds horrific website.
Linda's here, and also Raymond Gates is here. Say what?
Right,
and also Banter and Cali come to get on down. All right, let's see.
Right. I'm sending another one through. Hacker finds horrific website with thousands of child pedos. Horror stories. Did you do that one?
Dude, I went to school with.
Oh, you went? No,
yeah, I went to school with him.
That's my cousin.
Yeah, I went to school with him.
His father and my brother used to ride bikes together and all that type of stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to go to Hardy Middle School with him.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Is a small world after all. Is a small. Oops. I didn't know y'all can hear me. We did this one too, but we gonna play this one. Daggone it.
You did this one too?
Yeah.
Okay, well, good. I mean, I got more.
No, you don't.
I got more. I got tons.
The beginning.
I'll take them off the list if you did them.
Oh my God.
Because the owner of the website happened to be a Democratic politician and ran for Congress 2 times.
Y'all remember this right here? How many of y'all want to watch this? Or y'all want to watch me finish this reaction? I have seen this. Yeah, so sad. Yeah. We played it on the channel and everything. Hit them thumbs up, y'all. Don't forget like I did. Look, I forgot over here my daggone self to hit the thumbs up. That's one of my co-workers, man. Little young guy that I was coaching and well, not coaching, but yeah. He's so cool, man. Real laid back brother. Like I really like him. So yeah. Nah, homie. Hit the thumbs up. You got to go out the chat. Hit the thumbs up. Then you can come back in the chat. So what y'all want to do? I like this. No, I have never. It's called Shadow Band. What? Tasha is cruel indeed. Okay.
Messages. I guess a switch flipped in my brain.
Thank you so much for subscribing. Who is this? This is somebody new. Asia, lawyer, fine arts. I thought you was already subscribed. She must have came back. Eric Westfall. Yeah, most deaf. Oh, that's right. We need to do the reaction. You want to wait or should I do it now? You seen this, Stephanie? Oh, okay. You want to?
No, I haven't seen it. That's why I didn't know that you played it, because somebody had sent it to me. So I every time I get sent stuff, I just save it and put it in the queue.
Okay. Hello, what's going on? Hello.
You see Ayasha's question?
Huh?
She said, "At Steph, why do notifications for this channel not appear as much as they used to? I've always had all checked, but since you started, they don't like me, Ayasha. Is that what you saying?"
Yeah,
Did you check it to see if it still says all for this channel? I know Mike has multiple channels, and then there's my channel.
It's a YouTube thing. Everybody says the same thing. They said I didn't get a notification.
Yeah,
and I think
part of the Quad Squad.
I think YouTube sends out notifications in groups, and it depends on how many people in the group comes. There's a new person right here. Check this out.
Who? Malik? Hey, Malik.
Hey, Malik, what's going on? What is going on? Good to see you.
I was really far up there. My bad.
Pull up a chair.
All right. Well, there we have it. So, man, these people. You know what? I was thinking while that was playing, how can we figure out a way, because I think part not of their issue because they're sick people, but a way to protect our children. How do we instill in our children the need to tell, the need to scream, the need to, get someone involved? Like if someone snatches you or does something, like, I mean, it doesn't solve the issue for those who are passed around by their family members or anything like that, but for the ones that, they're taken or, or they're abused by someone that's not in the home. How do we get that message to children, even at a young age, that you have to tell, like, that they to understand that, people are going to they might threaten you, they might threaten your family, but do not be afraid. You need to tell, or you need to scream, or you need to, because I don't know. I just feel like we gotta do something in our kids that gets our kids to say, they're going to say something, they're going to tell, and nobody's going to get them to shut up. And not that this will stop these predators from being predators, but maybe if it's a more public campaign that kids are being taught now to scream it from the rooftops or tell anybody that'll listen, that maybe this will be a deterrence if nothing else. I mean, because these sickos are going to be sickos regardless. So we gotta, we gotta figure out something. I don't know if it's like a campaign that needs to happen for children, to push this, that, one, you never lie about something like that. That's one. You never lie about something like that. But if somebody does something or touches your body in a inappropriate way, you scream, you yell, you fight, you tell somebody immediately, and you keep telling until someone listens. Like, how do we instill this? Because I remember, as a kid growing up, the commercials when drugs was big. So like I talked about earlier, the crack epidemic and how big it was. And so, it was just say no. We knew that, like, if, just say no, just say no, just say no. That was something that we just knew, just say no. We had the commercial that had the eggs in the frying pan, and they said, this is your brain on drugs. It's got to be something that plays all the time, so these kids see it, so they know when they hear it, like it's a reminder, but it's like almost like a commercial, because even if parents talk to their kids, some kids, they don't listen to their parents, but they'll listen to other people. If it's a commercial on television that comes on and say, whatever way we have to put it so kids can understand, if someone is doing something to you, you yell, you scream, you tell, or whatever it is, whatever it is, so that it's a continuous reminder. So it's not necessarily just coming from the parents, because this should be a conversation that will open up a conversation with the parents, but something that even the kids that don't have parents that, that are talking to them, or even the kids that have parents that are abusing them, something that they are seeing on a constant basis, through either commercials and the electronics that they're always on, that it doesn't matter if it's your mama, if it's your daddy, if it's your uncle, if your grandpa's, if they are doing something to harm you, you need to tell someone, and you need to keep telling someone until someone listens, like something, to get into their mind that it's okay to tell. Don't worry about this person getting hurt. Don't worry about that person. You just tell, like something. I don't know. That's what I was thinking of. So, because it's disgusting. And, as parents, we can't be there with our children all the time. So there are times when we have to be able to, encourage our children to, stand up for themselves, even at a young age. That's one thing that people don't like about, especially young kids, is because they'll tell it all, and it's okay to tell it all, and so we want to, like, what can we do? I think it definitely would have to be something that is done through television or electronics, like either through video games or through, how they watch, Netflix or Hulu, they have the little ads and stuff. It would have to be something like that, because even in school, it would be nice to have a program that goes from school to school, because remember, we had the DARE program, go from school to school and talk to the kids about it. But I think that it just needs to be something that, it would have to be on a consistent basis, that you always see, like almost like where you're singing the song, and now the song represents, what they know to do, without them even realizing that they know to do it. Does that make sense? I might be just like, in my mind, it makes sense, but I don't know, they don't have commercials on video games, right? But something, either, some type of ad or banner or something that goes across or whatever, for age appropriate. Like if it's a game that's, an under adult level game, something that, that goes across. It's just like, when they made the censorship stickers on the CDs, when they first started doing that, and so that you knew that the lyrics on the songs were, possibly inappropriate lyrics, right? So hold on. So yeah, something like that, like even on the video games where, it's a banner that comes across, like, promoting that if you're selling video games for kids that are this age, or Roblox or whatever the case, that it's something that has to be, implemented, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. And it might be a little bit I don't know. I don't have it all worked out in my mind, but I'm just feel like that's something it should do. So teaching kids that people who want to keep secrets is not no, yes, definitely not keeping secrets. Secrets are bad. Even if you have to spoil the birthday party, sorry. It's better to spoil the birthday party than keep a secret. And I know that sounds bad, but too bad they don't have commercials on video games. I know, yeah. We should figure out something. Maybe we can get a team to figure out something like that. Show up at council and demand this be a class, or yeah. It definitely would have to come from the top. Absolutely a constant reminder. I understand what you mean. Yes. When I was in elementary school, they used to separate us and tell us about maturity for each gender. I don't believe they still do this, but if so, teachers could tell our children. Yes, they could. I don't like to put a lot on the teachers because the teachers are always already dealing with so much. And now that, we have so much in the school system that we depend on the teachers for, sometimes I feel like it needs to be something that's just more just general, to where you have it there. And teachers are more maybe like the backup, like to kind of support it, but not necessarily the ones that drop it. So a lot of predators prey on kids that are left alone a lot on social media and come across as friends, and the kids need to be taught not everyone is safe. um Only reason I say teachers is because sometimes parents are the ones who are, yes, sometimes the parents are the problems. And so, yes, they need to know that even if it's like mama, daddy, auntie, whatever, you can report to a teacher, you can report to a counselor, you can report to the principal, you report to, anybody, just somebody, say something, the corner grocery store person, somebody that, um, can can do something, to help you. Great idea, stuff, because sadly these incidents happen 21st. So yes, and that's what we're here for, to think about different things and ways that we can come up with solutions to some of these issues. We can also buy a bigger banner thing, like see on the highway. Yes, buy it and put a message. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. There's over 20K. Oh, yes, Stephanie. There's only 20K in that group, and I share to all native groups, share your YouTube videos also. That's awesome. Yeah, the explicit lyrics, yes, that the adult advisory, right. So you have the same thing on the video games as well. I think parents educating their kids and keeping open conversation with them, absolutely. But even when the parents are not around, even for like the single parents that don't have the time or the energy, unfortunately, to talk to their kids all the time because they're working or something like this, something that comes on where the ads play and you see this, and something that you can get across within a couple of seconds, because it only takes a couple of seconds, and it'll be locked in. I think something like that would be added bonus even for the parents that speak to their children. Yes, hearing others speak on it. Yes, absolutely. And when it comes from a neutral source, kids are more inclined to do it, like even on the back of cereal boxes, like it just something. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. Let's see what else. Yeah, I don't really trust Roblox videos. Unfortunately, my son found some Roblox videos and they were talking about taking kids and making it a game and torture. Yeah, I don't know how Roblox went so rogue. And, I really don't agree with the fact. And I mean, I don't care because kids, they really don't need to have the same rights as adults when it comes to, privacy or access to the world. They're not adults. I don't think that any games for kids need to have access to anybody outside of you in the game. Like, I understand you want to play with your friends, but your friends come over to visit or you play at school together or something on a closed circuit or whatever you want to call it. But I don't think they should have, access to the internet. That's just me. I don't see why a video game needs to have access to the internet, use across all social media platforms, commercial schools, billboards. Yes. Put in textbooks. Yes. That's exactly. We need a team to go into the elementary school, talk to children. That can be the song we come up with. Get that song stuck in their heads young. Exactly. Like, pre-K. Definitely. Many teachers and coaches have been guilty of being predators. Right. That's why we have to make it so that we're actually naming. It doesn't matter if it's your mama, if it's your daddy, if it's your auntie, if it's your grandpa, if it's your grandma, if it's your coach, if it's your teacher, if it's your principal. It doesn't matter who it is. If it's your brother, if it's your sister, you need to say something like, we need to get it through that it's not okay for anyone. My mom had bought me some books when I was a kid, and It's Okay to Tell Secrets was one of them, and Your Body Is Your Own was the other one. And I remember having those books, and they're probably still somewhere with my other books from when I was a kid in storage. But they were definitely books about never keeping secrets, and books about, people are not allowed to touch your body and things like that. But I think, and even though she had the conversation, I think that if it would have came from a third party source that, we're not necessarily used to seeing, like a commercial, I think that it would have resonated even more, because it's like your mom tells you something's kind of, like, oh mom, like, stuff like that. So it's kind of like, but if it's coming from where you feel like everybody's getting it at the same time, or all the kids are getting it at the same time, you feel like, oh, okay, well, everybody's got this information. It's just not my mom being weird with me or whatever, I don't know. That's just, when my daughter, who's now 28 in middle school, her music teacher got caught playing with boys. He got rid of himself before. Really? He was an old, sick white man targeting blacks. Wow. Priests. Wow. In a small 90% Black and Native American community. So he was scared to walk out his door or to go to jail or prison. So the woos offed himself. Wow. Well, I can't say that I feel bad for that. That's one less sicko out here. But Potter, yeah, priest, well known from way back, being head of it all. Yeah. Priests get there's a lot of bad actors out there for the priesthood, pastors, and but it goes across everybody, because there's a lot of good ones out there too. So, unfortunately, predators know how to be predators, right? They know where to go to be predators. So we just got to make sure that we're keeping our eyes open and paying attention, because I think the more that we're paying attention to what's going on and what's inappropriate and what's not appropriate, the better it is for to I guess pinpoint who these predators are, where they are, what they're doing. It would be helpful if other adults did not encourage deceitful behaviors, like not telling parents. Yeah, Teresa, don't get me on that. Do not get me on that, please. Okay. Absolutely. I have experience. They still have huge hand in all of this. Yeah, it I'm telling you, and I'm gonna say it like this: stupid adults are one of the main reasons why we have so many issues with kids. Because if stupid adults, support, naive children, it becomes a whirlwind of, ridiculousness. And stupid adults don't care. They feel like everybody should do whatever they want. And naive children, that sounds good to me. Why not? Well, that's because you'll probably hurt yourself or someone else. And, there are some things that can't be corrected. I was in foster care until 18. When my sons were toddlers, I walked in to check on them during a cookout gathering. I was having to catch a friend's son essay my son. Oh my God. I yelled for their dad, but was afraid, no, of them taken from me. So I never called the police. Oh no. Were these all kids though? Because I would assume that if they were all kids, that the kid that was doing the essaying, that kid has probably seen something. Because usually when a kid is doing something like that to another child, they've seen or heard something that they're acting out on other children, because they've been made to think that it's okay, right? So not your child. That's the issue. Even though your child is a victim of the other child, but the first child probably is dealing with some things or has seen some things, and it's possible, like, depending on the age, that the child has maybe seen something that they shouldn't have had to see. I mean, kids do, they depending on how young they are, kids do, repeat what they see, they explore, they, experiment with stuff. So it's like, we're talking about a little kid, we're talking about a teenager that definitely knows better, but usually if a child that young is doing something like that to another child, and they're like within the same age range, not like a 16-year-old and a 5-year-old, that's totally different. But like if they're 2 5-year-olds or something like that, usually that would suggest that this kid, my boys were 4. Oh no. So no, that kid was 11 and your boys are 4 and 5. So that's definitely within that realm of that 11-year-old should know better, probably does know better, and is probably dealing with some sort of unfortunate abuse, whether in their household or by someone else. That's usually what that act is. Yeah. I think these media empires run sickos and they won't promote children's safety. Absolutely. I'm sorry to hear that, Linda. I can't imagine. Yeah, we definitely have to. I mean, they're all minors, but we definitely have to have a conversation about that, and something would definitely have to be done. And that 11-year-old would definitely have to, we definitely have to get to the bottom of why this activity was seen as being something that was appropriate for this 11-year-old. Definitely. Neighborhood kid got in a lot of trouble. Come to find out, there was an adult who was buying alcohol and letting them party in his house. Hello, groomer. Yeah. Like I said, stupid adults. Stupid adults are the worst thing that can ever happen to kids. Stupid adults, dumb adults. Oh, you can do what you want. Oh, don't listen to your mom. Your mom is crazy. You don't have to listen to her. She don't want you to have no fun. Blah 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 blah. Like, and kids, they just want to do whatever they want to do, right? This sounds like fun. Our society is so oversexed. It's not. It is. It is. They are over sexualized, and it's like I will never understand why, as a child, we want our children to be so, highly sexualized, as if it's just not okay to be a kid. Like, just be a kid. It's okay. Like, It is totally all right to be a kid. Like, I don't know. Being a kid was fun. Like going to play kickball or baseball or soccer or going to play, instruments, or, even going to the mall to walk around with your friends. You don't have to be in somebody's basement sometime all the time watching movies or doing something. Go out and do something. Go somewhere. What is it that you want to do? Like, so yeah, it's definitely something that I wish we would get back to, is kids being kids and enjoying their life, and not trying to grow up so fast. Like, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Like, it's really not. It's not that exciting. I don't know what we're doing to make it look like it's so exciting, but it's not. Like, enjoy your youth, I'm letting is that your dog? Is that a wolf? Watch on TV for me the rest of your life and play your videos. I gotta check out for a bit and play Yahtzee and Darkly with my friends. It's a fun downtime Sunday night thing we do. Oh, that sounds good. All right, Yasha, have a good time. Have a good time. And welcome, puppy. So yeah, I sent some more videos over to Mike, but he's clearly not looking at me, so he's in his world. We're just gonna look at Mike for about 3 seconds. When he plays it back, he'll just see us looking at him. Okay, that's enough. Anyway, so yeah, so what else? Yeah, these people are sick. They're sick people, and I don't know. I just wish, I wish that I was telling Bonnie this yesterday. I said, I keep praying, like, God, please make me a billionaire. Please let me be, because I'm good for it. You know what I'm going to do with this money. I'm good. Like, there's so much that we could do with this. If I had like an endless supply, I'm like, if I had Elon Musk money, and that's all I think about, all the things that I could do with that. We would have, commercials, and we would have legislation change, and we would do all these things, and these laws would be changed to protect these kids and protect victims and make sure people are accountable for their actions. And, we get them early, these people that have these sick desires that, they can't, like, because part of it is self-control, right? Like, you think of something sick in your head, that's, it's in your head. That's one thing. But when you decide to take it from here and put it out there, it's like, why do we not have any self-control? Like, why? Like, I don't know. And what is your, what's going on in your brain here? Like, do we really need to look in here and give you some type of medication? Because why is that okay? Like, whilst I was in Finland tracking the Eurasian lynx, I stumbled across an igloo whose inhabitant appeared to me to be mooming. Turns out it was an albino midget who was the best ice hockey player ever. I knew we were going somewhere with this guy. I wasn't sure where, but I knew we were going somewhere with this. I was like, oh, here we go. This looks like it's going to be interesting. Yeah, very interesting guy. Very interesting. Albino midget. Okay. Plays ice hockey. All right. That is very interesting. Very interesting. Let's see what else we got here. Yes. Hi, guy. How are you? Come in, get seated, get comfortable. We are waiting for Mike to get himself together and come on over and play some videos. But until then, you guys are stuck with me. I'm so sorry. So, we're just talking about, we just watched a video where a hacker had found these websites where they are talking about the nasty, disgusting things they want to do to children and passing it around. And yeah, we're watching Mike ignore us. Exactly. Yes, anyone remember the Just Say No media PSA campaign? There needs to be some. Exactly, Teresa. That's what I was saying earlier. Yeah, because we had a couple of them. There's a couple of them I still remember today. The Just Say No, the Dare Bear, and I do remember them coming to school. Like, I think the police officers, came to school and talked about that. They had the eggs in the frying pan, which is your brain on drugs. That one was really crazy because it's like, oh my God. What are they talking about? I didn't understand the commercial for years ago, but I just knew drugs wasn't good. My best friend's son was SA at 4. My daughter was 3. My daughter told me one day her friend told me he liked to kiss her goose. Okay. Told a friend and she found out who SA's son and he was arrested. Oh my goodness. That is terrible. Just got back. Hey, Steph, it's going to work out. You're going to be good. The summit has been planned for a while, but after you'll be in with Uncle Jeffrey and his people will have you so busy. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you. Bonnie has become one of our fiercest warriors behind the scenes for change, and we can't say everything that's going on at this moment, but do know that there are some serious things happening. And like I said before, God is in control and he is moving us forward on his plan that he has given me. So thank you, and big shout out to Bonnie for that. Yes, we had the police officers coming talk to the school. Yes. Yep. Let's see. It worked because we remember them to this day. Exactly. And that's what we need. That's what we need with these kids today. I remember because, like I said, when I had the summer camp with the kids, they weren't allowed to be on electronics, so they couldn't watch TV or their phones and all that other stuff while they were at camp. So we would have days we'd do movies or, something, videos or something, because it was, either raining outside or something like that. And I put on Punky Brewster. How many people remember Punky Brewster? How about the plushie that if you touch it in a no-no place, it says, I'm telling on you. Ooh, that's a good one, Guy. Or that's bad. Very good, Guy. That is awesome. That is an awesome idea. Awesome idea. It was terrible, but so happy he was jailed. Yes, me too. But yeah, Punky Brewster. If anybody remembers Punky Brewster, that show, and I loved Punky Brewster as a kid. However, I didn't realize, not a bad idea. Yeah. I didn't realize how much we were taught through Punky Brewster, right? And how much real life was in the television that we watched as a kid, like in the 80s and 90s, right? So I played it for the kids and they loved Punky Brewster. Like, they loved it. Like, when they were telling their parents, oh, we watched Punky Brewster today. And the parents were like, what? We remember Punky Brewster, And there was this one episode. Where I think it was Cherry, which was the friend. She talked about losing her parents because she lived with her grandparents. And I wasn't in the room when the episode was playing. I had walked out because I was, taking care of something else. But, my other counselors were in there. And so I'm outside in the hallway where the bathrooms are. And one kid comes out and goes to the bathroom. And I'm like, okay. And so she just goes to the bathroom. And I'm like, all right. And so then another kid comes out and goes to the bathroom. And I'm like, okay. So then the third kid comes out, and the third kid looks like they're crying. And I'm like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And she's like, yeah, I'm okay. A fourth kid comes out, and the fourth kid is crying too. And so now I'm thinking somebody's fighting or somebody's, doing something. So I my counselor's in there. I'm like, what's going on? Because my counselors are in there and these kids are coming out. 4 kids have coming out. They're crying, clearly. And, I don't know what's going on. So I go inside and I hear this wailing, like just wailing from all throughout the room. So there's like little sniffles, there's wails, there's this, I see in the corner, like there's one little girl, she's crying on her friend's shoulder. And I'm like, what's going on? Right? And we pause it and turn the lights up a little bit because we had the lights dimmed. We pause it and turn the lights up, and these kids are bawling, right? And I'm like, what happened? What's going on? And so finally, one of the first kids that came out, they're like, nothing. I just remember when my grandma passed away and it was just so sad and this and that. And then somebody was like, I remember that my brother was this and that. Like, and they were just like, but it was amazing to me to see that as much as these kids knew, like from technology and all these other things, they had never been exposed to real world situations through television and movies the way that we had. Like, because for us, it was like, yeah, it was sad, but we were used to getting that. And they were not used to television being so real and so heavy for them. Right. So we stopped and we had like a 45-minute conversation about, what everybody wanted to share about whatever, was going on in their family or whatever was making them sad and how it was doing that. But it was something about that I recognized at that point that, these kids really didn't have that connection the way we did. And so, if you go back to anything, and of course we have a lot of things that, today would not be, appropriate because of people's feelings and stuff like that. However, if you go back into these old shows that we watched when we were kids and things like that, and look at them, they really almost always had some type of moral behind it. You didn't have these shows that were just like dumb for no reason. Like they had to have a message. And I think that's what we're missing with the generation, is that we don't have a message anymore, and we don't have a real life message. Because if we're willing to give these kids a real life message, they'll accept it, they'll take it, but we just don't do it anymore. So it was just interesting. I'll just share that little story. I'm gonna keep reading. I believe a lot goes untold out of fear. I also believe if we were equipped with lawyers to help families rather than courts divide them, then our jails would be less full. Absolutely. Absolutely. And they say, what is it? By I think fourth grade and seventh grade, or either third grade and seventh grade, are the turning point years. They use those years, those grades, to pretty much estimate how much room they're going to need in their jails by how a child acts in fourth or seventh grade. That's crazy, right? I used to fight with my brothers to watch Punky Brewster. Punky Brewster was the thing. Welcome back, Star. Let's see. Rem Santa leaving a Punky Brewster doll for my daughter. Turned out she didn't really like dolls at all, like her mom did. Let me tell you, Punky Brewster was the first one that brought out the rainbows. And let me tell you how, irritated I was when the rainbow got hijacked, because everybody wanted a rainbow room. I don't know, like we had Punky Brewster that was down with the rainbows. We had Rainbow Bright. We had like everything was rainbows, like, and it didn't mean anything. It was just rainbows. And, to hijack the rainbow was, I didn't really appreciate that too much, but whatever. Didn't Alf come on afterwards? Yes, Alf was another one. We had a lot of shows that had like aliens or extraterrestrials, because I don't know if you remember, what was it? The one, A Small Wonder, that was like the little robot girl. And then they had the one that she was like a part alien. I think her dad was an alien or something like that. I can't remember what the name of it is. Her son was very scared. He was threatened with violence toward his parents. Oh no, that's terrible. I've been here to hear. Star been here. Star. We are showing our ages. Exactly. There's like my children have seen all the old stuff. Like I feel like I felt like it was necessary for well-rounding, like to just show them a different side. Like I know when I was little, like I saw things that were before my time too. There are no more after school specials. Right. Because TV just doesn't go off. But after school specials was like the thing, like, you know. So I think Mike looked, right? He looked and then he looked away. He's not paying any attention to us. I changed my photo to me when I was a child for this program. Aw, I can't see the photos, but I'm sure it's so cute. What is Mike doing? Mike is ignoring us. He's ignoring us faithfully. I seen that to here. You were a cute little girl. I wish I could see it. I can't see it on my end because, you know, my computer doesn't like to show me everything. Purpose is in everything is certainly missing today. Yes, I think we need to go back to that. I think we need to demand that. Like, if you're going to play stuff on television, you need to play stuff that's going to give kids, you know, the moral standing that they might not get at home. Like, we always had a good and evil. We always had a good and bad. Like, you always had to make and at the end, they would be what we call monologuing, right? And then, you know, they would tell us why they did all this evil stuff. And then, you know, they would get slain or whatever. My mom was SA by my dad, was his private music student, and 12 years old. He was in his 30s. He married her 3 years later. Oh my God. Got her to lie on the marriage certificate, putting her date of birth 1 year earlier. Wow. Man, let me tell you, if I go back and tell you about my grandparents and their ages between my great-grandfather and my great-grandmother, and how she just, it seemed like she popped out all these kids and then she passed, I was like, this wasn't it. Yeah, I was going to say Rainbow Bright. Exactly. Care Bears. Oh, can we get a Care Bear in here? Can we get a Care Bear stare or a Care Bear cousin? A Care Bear cousin call. Something. We need something. You know, Small Wonder. Yes. We need something. Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee's Playhouse. Yes. Absolutely. I mean, we could go on and on. And I'm telling you right now, you can play that stuff for the kids today and they will still like it. They might say something about how it's pixelated or, it's not as clear, but they'll still like it. There's so much indoctrination in TV today. Yes. And I think they indoctrinated us then too, but with more positive messages, right? Like, I mean, that's the thing. We wanted to be decent human beings. We didn't want to be, grow up to be, jerks. I used to like the show Wonder Years. Yes, I like the Wonder Years too. That was a good one. Rainbows are God's promise. It is. That's true. Are God's promise to man that he will never again destroy the world by water. Absolutely. That's true. That's what the Bible says. Yep. And colorful clothing, sweaters, mixed socks. I think our style growing up was definitely better because we looked and dressed our age. Tell a 10-year-old from a 20-year-old exactly. And I liked the let me check my text. Sorry, Bonnie. I liked the baggy, I didn't really go for the whole tight clothes. My uncle speaking in the Congress, it's very powerful. Okay. All right, I'll put it in here for Mike to play if he ever turns around, Bonnie. If I can get him to turn around, we can get him to play some other stuff, but Mike won't freaking look, and his whole back is to us. Like he's not even trying to acknowledge us, right? We should call him on the phone. He's texting somebody. So, yeah, I just sent it to him so he could put it in the queue. I still feel bad for my mom about that. Yeah. I mean, some people, you know, life is not fair. Pee-wee was a pervert. I mean, he did have something where he was in the movie theater. I think I heard doing something, but he was by himself, right? So, I mean, at least he wasn't with no children. Let's hope. I really didn't do when he was really little, or I didn't do like the new shows. I always went to the older, yeah. And I watched when I was a kid, yeah. Remember Shirt Tails? Yes, I do. I remember Shirt Tails. I remember Munchie Cheese. I remember Popples. I remember, like, I used to, the reason why I remember, because I used to tape my cartoons, because on Saturday mornings and usually after school, I had to do other stuff. So I would have to tape it and then I'd have to come back and watch it later. So that's why I remember it. I still have the tapes. I do not like the stealing the rainbow either. Yeah, I feel like we should have left that alone. Oh, what's Mike doing now? Are you doing something? Oh, he did put something up there. Look, thank you, Mike. About time. Is he gonna push play, or he just gonna let us sit here and look at it? Oh boy. Punky Brewster always had an imagination going, yes. Call him stuff. I know we should call him. Let's see. Let's call Mike. Because he's being belligerent. We about to send him upstairs. For real, for real. Put him on speaker. Look, he ain't even answering my call now. He can't hear the phone ring either. Look at him. That's true.
Had to pause for pause.
Look at you. Look at you. You're out of control. You know that? Wow. Look at you. You're just belligerent right now. We're sitting here waiting for you to push play. Been talking for about 30 minutes, and you just got us sitting here staring at your back.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created, that they're endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. And among them is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I don't say this in order to give a constitutional lesson, but that is the premise for what we do. That the right to liberty, the right to life, the right to freedom is a God-given gift. That's not a gift given to us by the government. It's given to us by God. It's our role in the rescue operations to hold governments accountable, to make sure that our God-given rights are protected. And so I begin this with stating that as long as one life can be taken or given by the government, all lives are in danger. And I think it's very important that we understand that, because outside of that, if we can qualify which life deserves to be born and which life deserves to die and which life deserves to be taken based on their criminal activities, then we can decide about other life. To engage in the work is a great challenge in society under any circumstances, and it's difficult at its very best. But in order to engage in the work, education is at the key of what we do. To make people aware of what goes on in their midst, right under their noses, has been a great challenge. It's been a tremendous challenge. And certainly my worldview and my understanding needed an education. And this was a happenstance education in 2001 when I met Sister Eugenia Bonetti. That meeting led to a journey of discovery and consequently what you'll see in a little while, what we call metanoia manner. There's no need to explain to everyone gathered here the exploits, the work, and the heroism of Sister Eugenia Bonetti. But in her introduction to me, she told me about her first encounter with a young girl by the name of Maria. And she made a statement that has stayed with me all these years. She said, Maria was my catechist.
He's addressing Congress.
And in my vernacular, a catechist is someone who makes you aware of who God is, and then how do we respond to God and serve him. And seeing this young victim as her catechist, I think demands a response. We were very, very lucky. I was able to convince the old grandma here to come to Louisiana, and she's visited on 3 different occasions. And we're going back to about 2003, 2004, when she came and in my parish church explained to people the horrors of human trafficking. My people know what human trafficking is, and my people respond. I think all of us know and have had the experience that once someone becomes aware, you can no longer remain indifferent. If you've got a heart, if you've got a soul, you cannot remain indifferent to human trafficking in any of its forms. Excuse me. And so that was the first experience for my parish, excuse me, which led to a very generous response. And from time to time, we were able to supplement the work of Sister Eugenia, which financed the opening and the reconditioning of a convent in Nettuno, and paid for 2 years' rent for a house of reentry in Lagos, Nigeria. And so their hearts were touched. And then as we began to do it, we still had the misconception that human trafficking is over there. And so the need to address it and address it very seriously was still not there. Then I had Sister address law enforcement in the state of Louisiana. And what would be the head of the Carabinieri, in Italy, was the state police colonel. And at that time, they had only made 2 arrests for human trafficking. Currently, they've had over 2,000 arrests because of Sister's education. Obviously in law enforcement and in every walk of life, they're the undesirables. But I don't believe that's a common rule for us in the United States. And there are many heroic men and women who want to do great things. They just don't know. And so their education became part of it. And even after the arrest started to happen, people started to think, isn't that terrible? But they're not Americans. Now, as offensive as that sounds, and that's why I go back to my premise. These are God-given rights, not simply to Americans. These are God-given rights to the dignity of every human person. And the local impact still didn't happen. And as we began, and I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to start working with people involved in the government, starting with legislators. And currently the state of Louisiana leads the United States in anti-trafficking legislation. We have one particular senator who's authored 28 bills, more than anyone else in the United States. That awareness has happened. But getting from the state house to the house on the block in the neighborhood still didn't happen. So what I was able to do was to convince our law enforcement, as well as our Department of Children and Family Services, which regulates all work for juveniles in the state, to get them to involve media. Call them, give them a story, everybody wants a story. The more horrible the details, the more sensational. That's what media does today. They look for the big bad story. We had a case in my home city 2 summers ago, and it was a mother trafficking her 13 and her 15-year-old daughter. And the story came out that poor thing, she got behind on rent, and so therefore she had to sell her daughters. Well, when they came in to get the daughters.
Is it time for a pause?
This is really good. Let me just go ahead and say this. This is Bonnie's uncle, and
who is Bonnie?
You know what, Mike? Go upstairs.
Well, I'm trying to get.
Bonnie is she's new, but she's a warrior. So she's
somebody in the chat.
Huh?
Somebody in the chat.
Yeah, she's in the chat. She's
okay.
Definitely a warrior. I was telling you about her earlier, so that's how I know you don't listen. But Bonnie is Bonnie's uncle is someone who works with people that are transported. They have homes for people that are transported. Basically, everything we want to do, they're doing right now, and is able to help us and assist us with what we want to do, to partner with us, to get boots on the ground, to really make this thing what we've been talking about that we want to make it. And so, yes, this is somebody that we are planning on working with and partnering with, with Bonnie as well. And this is just a video that she sent when he was addressing Congress 7 years ago. So for those who want to continue to yell out, where are the children? What are you doing? We are moving in the right direction. We are continuing to move in the right direction. We are continuing to be out here and make these connections and build these networks and be a part of the solution. So just big shout out to Bonnie for being there, for being willing to make that connection with me as well as others, and to help others. And I'm excited. I'm excited.
Okay. Should I hit play now?
Yes, you can hit play now. Okay. And go upstairs.
I'm definitely going upstairs. Kentucky Fried Chicken time, baby.
And remove them from the home 2 summers ago. And it was a mother trafficking her 13 and her 15-year-old daughter.
Wow.
And the story came out that poor thing, she got behind on rent, and so therefore she had to sell her daughters. Well, when they came in to get the daughters and remove them from the home, there was still the drug paraphernalia for the mother in the home. And so when you start to put out stuff like this, people start to realize one of the sad realities, and I don't think we are alone in this, but in the state of Louisiana, 40% of our juvenile victims of human trafficking are trafficked by their primary caregiver, their mother, their father, their aunt, their uncle, their mother's boyfriend. The people who were there to keep them safe have become their traffickers. And, that destruction of trust has been really terrible. This led to getting even more involved. Last January, I was able to take a congressional delegation along with the governor of our state, and I do trafficking tours. I bring them to Rome. They meet the grandmother of the project. We go to safe houses. We hear the stories of the children. The people who go on those events are forever changed and forever committed. They've seen it with their own eyes. It's not something that happens over there. They start to realize it's right under our noses. Consequently, we were able to have our governor meet the Holy Father. And here again, I'm not going to let her tell the story. It'll take 20 minutes. But she was a great part of that. And And in doing so, this congressional delegation and the governor who met with the Pope, who blessed the cornerstone for our building that I'll show you in a few minutes, they left here with a mandate from the Pope to go save these children. It's made a huge difference. What that has involved, it means calling in the judiciary. Our governor has demanded that in the state of Louisiana, we have a juvenile court. He wants a human trafficking court. You have drug courts and that, for drug cases. He has mandated that we set up a human trafficking court. We deal with these children differently than we deal with kids in juvenile justice. He's also, told the Department of Children and Family Services that as you go about group homes, and, since they're juveniles, we have to have state approval. He's mandated we set up a separate category of homes for children who are trafficked. All these things have been very, very important in the success of our work. I have made it a point not to take state and federal money. When you take state and federal money, when I say you receive a 465-page policy and procedure manual, I'm not exaggerating the number of pages. And it just becomes overwhelming. And you end up worrying more about compliance than you do about the victims. But we are licensed. So the Department of Children and Family Services, as well as juvenile justice, can keep custody of the children and entrust them to our protective care. And in doing that, we found a lot of success because we're not bound. And on a religious, moral basis, in the United States, the definition of what is involved in a woman's health care violates some of our religious beliefs. Therefore, we will not take the federal money and be mandated to perform some of the medical services. But if that is the case, we will safely bring the children back into the state's custody and let that be on the state's conscience and not on our conscience. The community support and the outpouring, because this has gotten a lot of media. Just yesterday, and just anecdotally, I blessed the cemetery for All Saints Day the Sunday before I came out. And I told them what I was doing. And there's a whole group of people, they call a woodworkers club. They make furniture. He contacted me in the last 2 days. Said, what can we make? We've had people who are donating services, It's been tremendous. The outpouring, the support has been tremendous. And the reason is they know what's going on now. I have more opportunities to speak than I have time. One of the things we did was Friday before I came out, I went to one of the universities. And one of the things that we as a church deal with is the relevance of the church. Young people don't think the church matters anymore. We're just a bunch of old people, talking about Jesus. When they see Jesus in action and dealing with human trafficking, there's a great love and response for the church. Again, I want to reinforce what President Archer has said, bring it to the pulpit. And I know Abraham is involved. Our people have to know. When they know, they will not remain indifferent. They will not remain silent. I could go on, and I'm not, but if they could please queue up. I've got some pictures of the shelter. If they could please queue up the pictures for the PowerPoint. Last thing is the wonderful religious sisters. How do you pay someone hourly to love somebody? You can't do that. When the sisters come, they know why they're there. Could we have the PowerPoint, please? This is one of our.
How can you pay somebody to love somebody?
Right.
How can you pay somebody to love somebody? Want to help these kids? How can you pay somebody to help people? You got to have a passion to help people. This ain't about money.
Yep.
You got to love to do it. How can you put love on money? That's what the problem is. That's what people trying to do. That's what Puffy did. He put a money price on the love. Can't do that, baby. It ain't gonna work. God don't want it to work that way. Now that my mouth full, let's keep going.
Lord have mercy, help us.
Group therapy rooms. This is our superior sister Norma. Wait a minute. That's another one of the therapy rooms. This is our social worker, Sister Ann Maria, in the office. This is Sister Ruth from Nigeria in our chapel. Right. Chapel is a very important part of this. I'm doing this for God. That's our chapel. Sister Alexandrine from Madagascar. We have a huge kitchen. Of course, we'll house 16 girls and 4 nuns, and they cook alla italiana e molto buona. And this is our living room. See, we had to have the children's things for compliance. That's part of our living room. This is our upstairs door. No, this is our downstairs hallway. Piano. And one of the things that we did, that's our outdoor patio. We're on 3 acres of land. We're on state police property. We're about 2,000 feet away from law enforcement protection, and they monitor our security cameras. Beautiful area. It's our conference room. And here's the girls' bedrooms. Each girl has bedroom, closet, their private bath. We very intentionally did not use used materials. These children have been used enough. We want something new for them. We want it to be there, something for them to be proud of. Their private bath, their bedrooms. For many of them, it's the first time they've had something like this. And the front of our building. Thank you. I know the challenge is great, and what lies ahead of us, we don't know. But what lies within us is the grace of God, and we can do anything. Thank you.
That's amazing.
Isn't it? And just what we want to do too, isn't it? Just what we've been talking about. So
I came in just in time.
Yeah, you did. Somebody already has the blueprint. So now we know, and not using the government to do it. They're doing it on their own. So, here's where, money comes in. Here's where building these channels comes in to be able to, facilitate these things, and when we're able to bring children in, it might be a point where we don't know where these families are, these children, especially ones that come across the border or something like that. It's possible that they won't be able to get back with their families because we don't know who they are. We don't want to just keep them till 18 and let them go with nothing. We want to make sure that, if they're with us for a long term, that, they're either, ready to go to college by the time they're, college age, or go to a trade school, or have something so that when they leave us, they're not going back to homelessness. When they leave us, they're going to be able to be, positive functioning citizens of the world and able to take care of themselves. That is how you create a better future. You don't just say, oh, we're going to keep you till 18 and you figure it out after 18. No. We are, we're raising you and, guiding you into being able to be independent and take care of yourself and to make your own decisions and to be a positive, functioning citizen. So,
is there a way once you save a kid, period, what would be the very next step?
Once we save a kid,
get them into a school. I don't know.
The first thing that I would love to have, a facility like them where they have a home. Like, I think it's a great idea. They have their own room and their own bathroom. They don't have to share anything. They have it to themselves. And so having their own space is important. Having their own privacy is important, especially if you've been through this type of trauma and, you know, and hell. So I feel like, yeah, having that space for them where they can have that own space, and then, you know, of course, getting them some sort of therapy to talk about what's going on, find out where the parents are, find out if the parents are, you know, able to take them, if they want to take them, if they're with, you know, forming back or fixing back that relationship, if it can be fixed, you know, and then, you know, hopefully reintroducing them to, you know, back into whatever, you know, with their parents, if their parents are, you know, people that they can go back to, and then supporting the parents and the family after that until that person reaches adulthood. And so supporting the parents can look like a lot of different things. Can look like a lot of different things. So, you know, that's what I would think. But, you know,
terrible host. I should have been like this all this time. That
I'm
way y'all can see my chicken more. It's amazing, Stephanie. This video behind me, that thing, girlfriend, that thing is off the chain. He talks about TikTok, and I mean, I don't mean to change the subject, but like telling stories, man, and how to get that algorithm to wait, Mike got KFC for you and everything. But
yeah, we got to build these channels. We definitely got to build these channels.
Yeah, I know.
Like, that is the goal. This is what we're doing it for. Now you can see intangible. Like, this is exactly what we want. This is exactly what we want to do, you know, and have our team that goes in and extracts these children and gets them back and brings them to safety. You know, it's a big job, and someone's already doing it. So that's wonderful, you know.
Oh, there's a couple of people doing it.
Yeah.
What was I ready to say? I was ready to say something, and you made me forget because you went on 100 miles an hour.
That's right. You've been had me talking for 3 hours, so I might as well continue. You had your back turned to us for 2 hours.
Sis say in the Philippines, there's a lot of kids missing.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Tunnels and all this stuff. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. Y'all know, last couple of days I've been sick. Well, not sick, but not feeling good. But I'm wasn't able to eat.
Sick. And now look what he's eating. He ain't learned. Hard-headed.
What's she talking about? Mike, you fired. Yeah. Yeah, I'm here in the Philippines. Yeah, a lot of kids are missing also. That's a shame, man.
I need to understand what KFC got that they in every country in the world. I find that to be
like McDonald's.
Extreme. Yeah, but KFC is not as big in the United States as it is everywhere else. Weird to me. Like,
Cat Williams told you to answer.
KFCs everywhere. I'm like, what? I guess so, but it's still weird. Like, everywhere we've gone, there's been a KFC, and it's like,
I said, my uncle
I was
Bonnie
watching a
said
video
my
earlier.
uncle's
He
in
was
the
in
Philippines
Thailand.
a
They
lot
had
too.
KFC in Thailand. I said, what? That's right. Give him some coconuts.
Nina, go upstairs with
Yes,
some coconut.
You know it helps, Bonnie. You know it definitely helps. So
Jamie too got
we
coconut.
definitely have our work cut out for us, but I love the fact that we have a blueprint and we have someone that's willing to partner and team with us, and show us how we can get to have these things as well. And you know, there's a lot of kids out here. We need a lot of space, huh?
We got somebody to partner with us.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it'd be faster just to
Mike,
tell
I'm
me.
telling
Damn.
you and your KFC is going upstairs, and we are not letting you. We locking you in the room. We are locking you in the room. Bonnie's uncle.
Oh.
Yes, Mr. Jeffrey.
I was
Jeez.
doing something else.
Remember I
Carla,
told you about the person?
Don't you laugh at me, Carla. Go upstairs, Carla. I was going to say hi, Carla. And you laughing at me. Go on upstairs, Carla. Get. Go upstairs. Now I ain't go upstairs. Carla laughing at me.
I tried to tell him
hey,
that
Renee.
we found somebody that we could partner with that has connections that we don't have, that can get us into the right areas and get us, on the right start to do things,
it's
that
original.
we want to do. And you see what he's doing? He's talking about chicken.
Yeah, she asked me about, is it crispy original? It's original. But go ahead, I'm listening.
I stay focused. You see? I stay focused. He talking about KFC. Knowing his tummy was just hurting the other day. Nice to have at least one counselor on site 24 hours at every location. Absolutely. He's all up in that. He really is all up in the chicken. KFC stands for Kids for Cash.
I don't think so. Don't say that.
Facts
Kids for Cash.
County for traffic activity in the Philippines. I have family there on my compound. Granddad brought my grandma and mom from there, 1948. I'm with you, Steph. Yep. It's 1 a.m. and I'm hungry. It's 8 o'clock here and I'm hungry too. So, I was thinking that Jay was gonna, bring back some food or something, but
it's Sunday.
Came back.
It's Monday
came back
morning.
with a sad story instead.
Who?
Jay.
Oh.
When can I come down, boss? That's funny. Carla, you come out, you come downstairs because Mike going upstairs by himself. He been belligerent all day.
I've been cutting up something terrible.
KFC wings, baby. Yeah, there's a place out here. They got good wings, so I think I'm maybe going to pick up some food from them. Love you guys. See you guys around. All right, Bonnie. Love you.
All right, Bonnie.
I had cube steak, rice, and asparagus. Share, please, Mike. Bonnie.
I thought I was going to eat all this. I got 2 more pieces left.
Well, you don't have to force it.
My stomach would be hurting.
Lord.
I think I'm going to get up 4 o'clock in the morning and do the rest of this reaction. And then get my packing going on.
Well, I think this was a good note to end on, if necessary, because it's not a low note and it's very encouraging for everyone. And it just gives us a lot to think about. What do you guys think? I don't trust any fast food.
Look, since you put them coconuts up there, here's yours right here. This is your piece.
You know what?
Nah.
Mike, man, all day. We've been holding it down all day, but it's all right because you see how we do. We got this. Tomorrow you're not going to be on, are you?
Nah.
So are we canceling the live for tomorrow? What do you want to do?
No such thing as cancel, baby. One monkey don't stop no show.
Well, Tahir's gonna have to be downloading stuff, or at least being the wingman.
Yeah, if Tahir can download some videos, or I don't know, maybe some of the video we already did. We can do a rewind.
I mean, I got tons of videos. That ain't the issue.
Yeah, but you don't have them on this computer.
No, I don't.
How you gonna get them on this computer? Now we got a problem.
I can
you want to try?
to him.
You can play them from your side.
I can, but it'll probably get stuck, and I have to go out to come back in because I'll be frozen by the time the video's done. That's usually how I have to do it on my side. I could try.
Oh my God, I already know what's about to happen.
Night.
Y'all good? It's time to go. We're gonna cut out early today.
Yeah. I think we're good. I think we did good job today. I don't know, but the rest of us, we were here, right, guys? We were here. We talked about everything. We broke it down. We came to do our business, and we got shit done, right? I don't know what Mike was doing. He wasn't here, but we was here, right? So, yeah, Star was here too. Oh, thank you, Cecil. Appreciate that. Even though Mike wasn't doing nothing except for giving us his back for 3 hours, but it's all good. It's all good. That's what I'm here for. Make sure that we hold it down in the meantime. So
Cecil,
Mike can have
company. Cecil
company.
make me want to turn back around and show my back some more.
Right.
That's a $5 back, baby. Kimmy, hi, Kimmy.
We appreciate everything. Mike over here having visitors and talking, just talking up a storm. We don't know what he talking about. He just talking to his company and everything. We done seen company. We done seen his back. We done seen his chicken. We done seen everything. Y'all? But Mike.
Linda. Also, just to let y'all know, I worked on the website while I was doing the reaction. So where it say get started at, you can click right there, register and sign up, and actually pay the $250. I think it's $253.99 with the tax or whatever. And log into the website and start using it. Yeah. Nah, homie. So we got the website working. God dang it. That's what I do. I work on that tomorrow. I will work on the 4 videos that I sent you. When people are interested, we're gonna sit there, register, and the system should automatically send them 4 videos, 1 a day, in their email. What you smiling at?
Simply May said, "Love you, Steph, big brother. You did a good job. Thank you."
She can go upstairs too. Go on upstairs. I was talking. Go upstairs.
Renee, Mike has a website. What's the website, Mike?
TheMusicRecordingNetwork.com. Same as the website. I mean the YouTube channel. TheMusicRecordingNetwork.com. Carla Clark. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it all. That'll be cool. Everybody in the chat, if everybody in the chat was to sign up for the YouTube course, that's 38 people. Then we talking about raising some money, baby. So y'all tell people 38 times 250. That's almost that's $9,500 right there. But also there's a $50 a month fee. It's $250 one-time registration fee, and it's $50 a month. Am I saying that right? Can you say that to be able to sell it to somebody?
Say what? Say it again.
It's a YouTube course. Renee, it's a YouTube course. See, she don't listen to me, y'all. We're gonna teach a YouTube course.
I decided to do a mic. I was looking at my phone while you was talking, so I decided to do one of your things because I didn't get a minute to
get chicken.
Stop talking tonight. Right.
But I appreciate you because I got a lot of stuff done.
Anytime. And yes, we are building these sites. You're part of the Quad Squad. Please share, like my channel, watch, run the videos again. It doesn't matter. You don't have to watch them, just run them. We're trying to get up to 4,000 watch hours, and we're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. And now you see what we're trying to do with this YouTube channel and with this money. Somebody's already doing it. We can get in there. We can do it too, and we can be a part of the solution. So, we just need to push to do all these things and get, my channel monetized with the rest, so I can be
Quad Squad.
Exactly. Because I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm ready to get out and do this. So, my channel. Oh, you know what? Are there any mods in here?
We all by ourselves today. We're gonna get
drop my channel today. Let me see.
Quad Squad.
How do we do it?
Man, let y'all know I'm still with y'all. Quad Squad. Check it out.
You done got rid of me.
Oops. No, did I do that?
Yes, you did that.
How did I do that?
If this is
Linda said I signed up, but Murph said it was down. Murph don't know nothing about me and Tahir know about it canceled, but took the money. It took what money?
No.
Is there a glitch?
Oh yeah, there's my channel right there. Nightbot has it. Who asked for it? Carla. Yeah. Nightbot has my channel.
Linda, we'll get this together. Mike, I have been watching. Watch this. Hey, Patricia. Mike, I've been watching your replay video and trying catching up. Oh, you talking about this one? I don't know. I just subscribed. Carla just subscribed, and I hit the bell.
Carla. Thank you, Carla. Appreciate you. Thank you. Yep. So I was live earlier today. I was live yesterday. I don't know if I'm going to go live tomorrow yet. I do want to do some writing and work on this website because I want a place where we can put the petitions and all that other stuff too as well. So working on that side as well, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go live tomorrow yet. I want to get some things done in the background. So we're helping a couple of people right now. And so I want to be able to connect with Bonnie's uncle and Bonnie tomorrow, get some more information and how we can get moving forward. And so I may, though. I'm not sure yet. I wake up in the morning. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So. But, there's plenty of content over there. And a lot of the videos that we do here, a lot of lives we do here, I put them over there. I got to get with Tahir so that we can stream them on both channels at the same time, because that definitely would work better. But, got a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we need to get done. So maybe not. If not, then Tuesday. Monday, I might just not go live till 5 because I'll be here. Music Recording Network live, possibly by myself if Mike's not going to be here because he's going to be high in the sky like a bird.
So. To the sea.
And you got your WhatsApp downloaded, right, Mike? So I can hit you on WhatsApp once you get over there.
Yeah, or Facebook.
Okay.
All
right. Well, that's all I got to say, guys. I am I done talked up a storm. I done talked y'all ears off today. So it's all Mike's fault.
Since I done ate my last little bit of coleslaw, the two things I like the most is Kentucky Fried Chicken Original. No breasts. Kentucky Fried Chicken Original. My chicken's already sold out. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to come over there and send you upstairs. Sweet dreams, everyone. Bye, y'all. Linda, I need to talk to you, Linda. As soon as I get off the live, I'm gonna call you. with your beautiful self. But you ain't prettier than my sugar wooger. My sugar wooger. My sugar wooger. My sugar wooger. Yeah. Anyway, you're a shining star. Oh man, my stomach hurting, man. I mean, well, not my stomach hurting. I feel good to go. My money. She said, my money.
Yeah, bye guys.
Carla, hey, Carla is. I see your beautiful picture up there, Carla. Yeah, looking like a superstar with them shades on. Look like she. For some reason, it looked like she in the desert. I don't know why, but her picture looked like she in the desert, y'all. Yeah. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Anybody ever thought that it might be a UFO alien connection with the missing children? I know it sounds far-fetched. Nah, well, they probably, yeah. Half Filipino. Well, you half eye with me then. Half Filipino. Most definitely. Yeah. Love you, Steph and Mike. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hey. Well, you're so funny. All right. How that foot doing? That foot doing good? Collar. Is that Renee? Oh, shucks now. Is that Renee? She's in the house. Carla, what's up? Good night, everyone. Carla, you go upstairs. I don't even like the outfit you got on. I don't like the cold weather. Yeah, I don't like the cold weather, so I don't like cold weather, so I don't like your outfit. I'm just joking. Look here, y'all. I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. I got stuff to do. Thank you so much for Stephanie. Stephanie held it down. Stephanie held it down like James Brown. Cecil. Yeah, most definitely, man. Hey, I'm just procrastinating. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out, y'all. See y'all later.